And
the Goblin Children?
welcome back for another session of Light of Thylea, everybody. Not us just talking about our Baldur's Gate 3 experiences. Hey, if you take the time to watch this stream instead of playing Baldur's Gate right now, we deeply appreciate it. If you're just taking a break, if you're listening to the stream at the same time as playing Baldur's Gate 3, and I'm not just talking to Jason, I am very proud of you.
What?
With that though, I don't know about you guys' experience. So far, I've really enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3. It has definitely been buggy. There have definitely been some hilarious things, like in the very literally first scene, so not even spoil. First scene where you kind of like where you fall out or something and things like that. My character was just like this. It just like it's so bad.
Pencil dive.
Exactly, like just like one of my favorite weird little bugs is when you're in a certain locale and there's an elevator like thing that goes up and down very early in the beginning. If you click on, go down and then open your inventory, it does this. Like you actually see the character in the inventory like descending, because what it does is take your character like where it is in the world and kind of like just does a double view for it. So it's just fun.
Oh my god.
Fucking with the system and seeing what it does and doesn't do well, and it's just a blast. It's super fun to see.
I haven't really run into any bugs, so I'm
me either.
I run into a lot of bugs.
Oh, somebody.
Yeah,
I had to dial back my
entire
my graphics levels though.
It was just gone. Yeah. The entire HUD was just gone for a second. Switch your character. That helped.
The only thing that I've kind of run into that wasn't really a bug, but in the moment I was like, how do I handle this? Is I killed one thing that was bigger than another enemy next to it, and its corpse covered the other one, and I couldn't target it. And I was like, shit, what do I do?
Yeah, I've had that with books sometimes. Like, I can't select them, and then I had to reload, and then I can, like, do the book again.
I have had some of that, not with the books necessarily, or not with having to reload, but I've had things where one interactable ended up blocking another interactable. But
yeah, like during like a cutscene or something,
or just like I'm trying to do something and suddenly one of my characters, like one of my companions, walks in the way, and I end up talking to my companion when I was trying to click on something else, crap like that. But
oh my god, yeah.
The last bug, this one did piss me off. There's a zone where you're not supposed to go to. So, if you're in a settlement and you go into a zone, then you get like a screen where it's like, well, people are starting to pay attention to you being an asshole, essentially, right? The problem was I walked up there not knowing that I couldn't go there. So -5 reputation. But I was still in the zone even after the cutscene. It was like, -5, fight! I'm like, what did I do?
Oh, yeah.
Rough.
Save. Okay, save often, but don't make too many save files, because I made that mistake. I had a bunch of save files, and I'm like, what the shit is like 2 gigabytes just in save? Like the save files themselves are like 2 gigabytes in the hard.
Oh, for real? I haven't even.
I should probably check that.
I just keep doing new save. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, I'm just a quick save guy. I just hit F5.
Yeah,
like
I was about to say, for
15
anyone
seconds.
Who likes to save scum, F5 is quick save and F8 loads your last save.
Nice.
So
and make sure you're paying attention if you're up at 3 in the morning because you haven't been able to quit, and you don't actually accidentally hit F8 when you're meaning to save and have to repeat 20 minutes worth of stuff.
Oh no!
No, I should be like a confirmation for that. No.
You would think.
This is how scared I am to screw up conversations. I've literally had a conversation, quick saved, and then walked to the other side of the room and quick saved before I had another conversation with someone.
Oh, but
I don't think I've done that. At least not intentionally.
I'm like, I need everyone to like me.
Yeah.
Another thing that I wish I would have known. One is a Steam tip, and the second one is a conversation tip, and then we're going to play Light of Thylea because this is not sponsored by Baldur's Gate.
But it could be.
I wish Sven
Probably
could see
not.
this. Look at this face. And I see you on the loading screen. I see that you put yourself in the loading screen. You know you did. Yeah, if you haven't noticed,
Sven?
like the little figures walking
what?
down, that's 100% Sven in his armor. With like,
Oh, really?
right?
I didn't
Like,
notice
it's fucking him.
that.
It has to be him. Anyway, beside the point. One, for social interactions, if you pick a romance track with someone, you can have 2 people at the same time, apparently. I somehow got into that by accident. But after that, the other characters will say, I know that you're already sharing your cot with someone else, kind of stuff. So,
yeah, I'm happy that you've got this person
I'm sorry,
in your
Clancy.
life now.
You cannot, you cannot be ultra pansexual.
Throw the whole game out. Throw the whole game out.
They added a genital slider, but you still can't be polyamorous. So
It's not even a slider. It's not even a slider.
No.
I was like, there's a slider?
Right, it's not a slider. You're right. It's not a slider. You're right.
I got excited.
What are you, Tyler?
I was like,
are you a C?
wow.
Are you a C?
I sent
Penis
you
A,
that
penis
TikTok,
B,
David.
horse.
I sent you that TikTok.
I
Don't
saw
you
it before
TikTok at
you
me?
even sent it to me because I also waste my life on doom scrolling. Second thing, for those
It's
of
okay.
you...
Yesterday, you sent me 2 of the same TikToks, just like 2 hours apart, but I didn't call you out on it.
Oh,
so.
cool. Yeah, I'll send them to you. If you're a person that has problems downloading stuff on Steam, that was me. I have gigabyte internet because streaming and stuff like that, right? And my downloads would be like 10 megabytes max, and I kind of keep dropping off. I got finally an M.2, like one of those like stick SSDs. Holy shit, y'all. What a difference a day makes. 24 little hours. I tried downloading Ark Survival Evolved for those of you that understand how big that game is. It took me like 15 minutes flat, where Baldur's Gate 3 took me 6 hours. So yeah, getting a hard drive that can actually support your internet, huge difference. Anyway,
Are hard drives the one that have gigabytes? No, I have to know. Do hard drives have gigabytes to them?
or terabytes
Well,
or megabytes.
Or
yes.
it's, yeah, they have storage space.
But
Yes.
we're talking different things that we're measuring with that.
Right.
Like it's like a speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, what you want is your I/O speeds on a hard drive. Those are
Yeah.
the numbers you want bigger to go with higher byte numbers for your internet.
What was the
I need a
the
screenshot of
size
Clancy
that you
just
had?
zoning out during that, just like no. And it was like
Well, I
zoning
have to
in with, like,
know.
a translucent screen.
What was the size you got, David? What was the size? Because I want to get a new
I'll
one.
I'll message you separately. Listen, your
Okay,
fucking
thank
internet
you.
is fine. We've talked about it. You download things. In like
No,
2
I
minutes.
know, but like also my frame rate and stuff like that keeps dropping, so I want to run everything on ultra and never mind.
Oh well, that's not really going to be your hard drive. That's going to be your graphics card and your.
Oh, okay.
But we'll talk about it later.
You
We'll talk about it
rant
later. We'll
about
talk about
all
it
the
later.
bottlenecks.
Everyone just gives me the best. Tell me the best of the best.
We'll chat. All right, everyone. With that, this dominates the Nerdosphere. We have to talk about it. Let's dive back into it. As you notice, we have a couple people missing. We'll see them again next week. That means only 4 people to murder. Wait, only 3 people to murder this week. With that, welcome back for another session of Light of Thylea plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Previously, you had traveled down to the Sunken Kingdom, the former city of the Sirens that had been sunk by, well, at least Sidon and Lutheria, and now it appears maybe even Daddy Kentimane. You have so far found out that they worship a pantheon of 8 gods that sit within their temples and have grueling tasks and gauntlets and tests to have their worshippers even approach them in the first place. You've been able to glean that apparently they have chosen champions before, but that doesn't happen very often. You also have never heard of these gods on Thylea, so what is the secret behind that? Why have they never ventured forth to the mainland? You also engaged 2 of the gods so far, the Sun Goddess and the Sky Father. The Sun Goddess, when asked about the Promethean fire, indicated that she didn't know what you were talking about, but that she would help you in whatever way you needed to pass on the proverbial torch, in this case a crown that literally has a flaming sun contained between 2 arches atop it, to Lyra, so that she may be the future Sun Mother. Others traveled...
Don't know what it does.
Others traveled to the Skyfather. You spoke with him, and let's just say that conversation went interestingly, as he seemed to want to pick Argenti as his chosen. And when asked whether he would do it, Argenti said, "No."
Just like that. He said it just like that.
Here, go watch the video again. It was exactly like And for his affront to a god, this towering 20-foot tall centaur that I'm glad Tyler was not there to roleplay with, you were smote to death. Yanni instead was chosen as the chosen of the Skyfather and made off like a bandit with a new helmet. You met up again, and as you discussed the ramifications, some of you very much living the high fantasy, we're untouchable heroes, we'll just bring him back, it's fine. While others, foremost Estrella, went, what the fuck? This is not okay. What the hell? What do you mean? Why are you, like, how's this okay? We left off.
I know, right?
As Argenti's soul found itself within the Nether Sea, the place where the souls in Thylea go. You were drugged by 2 demons to the Isle of Oathbreakers and the prison thereon. And you had an audience with Thylea herself. But we're picking it back up with the group swimming above the temple district. We have Argenti's dead body still being dragged along by Scylla as Brissa kind of looks across. So, what are we going to do next? I think I want to go speak to the hunter god, but we'll just, I can support whomever else first. Estrella responds, of course, with a, what? Are you crazy? Why do you want to talk to any of these gods after this?
Yeah, that checks out.
I don't know, power? Maybe they have gold? Maybe they have another dragon egg?
It's like Alex is in the room with us right now.
It's almost like David's been playing D&D with him for 3 years or something. Look, you're making too much out of this. I mean, if your cart gets a broken wheel, you go to the guy with the tools to fix it, right?
Argenti is a broken wheel?
I mean, sometimes he's a third wheel, but you know.
Oh. I don't know how to address that one, so I'm going to just let that one swim by.
No.
But can we just
my
address
point
the
is,
fact that he's not a broken wheel, he is a member of the Oath.
Yeah, I know, but we've got the tool to fix him. You have to remember when we're dealing with gods or even near gods,
Brissa looks at Daphne.
they're going to have egos most of the time.
Brissa
Until you know that they don't. Until you know that they don't, you have to be very, very careful how you talk to them. Argenti, while I applaud him for sticking to his beliefs, he did not make the smartest decision in terms of self-preservation. At least not in how he responded.
All right, so at least then can we just can we do this now? I guess
That's
we
up
can't do this
to
now.
you. Yeah.
Let me meditate. You keep doing the thing. I just need to think what I can know today.
Sounds like
She
a
did-
tomorrow
She did not
issue.
have Raise Dead prepared.
Or Revivify.
It's too late for Revivify.
Oh, right.
From here on out, though, Jason gets to
of the angels.
Jason gets to
Fly
roleplay. Who do you want to
away.
roleplay, Jason? Do you want to roleplay Brissa or do you want to roleplay Estrella?
I don't really know who I want to play. I don't.
That's like a Greek Swiss person.
I don't know.
Is that what it sounds
I don't
like? That's
know.
probably what it
Do you
sounds
want to roleplay Krabinos?
Yes. Yep.
like. Not even
Actually, I'll
accessible
roleplay
to
the
you.
I'll roleplay the gods. How about that?
Perfect. Wonderful.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody,
Easy.
you get a boon. You get a boon. You get a boon.
Oprah appears. Where did
I don't know
come
about
from?
you, but you.
As you guys swim there, the familiar face of Bornaros does approach you guys. You can see now as he approaches that there are many merfolk and reeds kind of gathered on the outskirts of the temple. He approaches, he even worried and looking for the temple to do. His eyes ultimately rest upon Argenti's dead body floating there beside you, worried looking back towards you. What happened?
Well, we had a altercation with the guardian of the Skyfather that led to then speaking to the Skyfather.
Oh.
And our friend Argenti here,
What did he do?
he said no to being granted the Skyfather's boon. And Skyfather did not like that, so he was smited.
I think the word is smote, but
Smote,
It
sure.
didn't-
You're a paladin.
I
You should
did.
know that.
I smite. She smite, we smite.
I only present tense smite.
Smite, I don't know. Smite.
You
So sorry, the loss of a friend here is just...
told the Skyfather no?
Well, I mean,
He had
to be fair,
I
Argenti made
wasn't
it
there.
very clear that he was worried about having too much power and said that he did not want to essentially become a monster. And then Skyfather gave a very rousing speech, but essentially said, become a monster. So,
What? Excuse me?
it just... I'm just...
She's oversimplifying, but
Sure.
And then as you
Argenti
speak,
was afraid that
his eyes do stop on you and your helmet, and you can see his eyes going wide as he very much recognizes, even if you're just like having
Oh,
it
yeah.
on your arm or something like
I
that.
forgot.
My voice sounds like this right now because my head's in a tin can.
Oh yeah, you like the new helmet?
As you kind of hold it out, he's like, "So you are still blessed, even after this impudence."
I mean, he's dead. I played nice. Believe it or not.
And with that, he just kind of crosses both of his, like, the prosthetic lance arm and his real arm over his chest and kind of, like, swims forward a little bit to, like, essentially bow before you in the water and then swims back upright. My champion.
That's really not necessary.
Of course it is. You are a champion of the Skyfather.
I do one of those things
True.
in the movies where you just kind of come in from the side frame, just
And kind of looks at you. Oh, you too. Good for you. Very well done. I'm glad that the Sky Mother also considered you.
I believe her moniker is Sun Mommy.
That is no.
Mm,
No. I grew up here. It is not. Well, I am sorry about your friend, but if he spoke ill to the Skyfather, then he received what he deserved.
I mean, I wouldn't call it ill necessarily. It just probably could have been handled more eloquently.
let's just say Argenti was not the right choice to be a champion of a war god, and he stuck to his beliefs, but he just kind of was very blunt in his response, and I think that's mostly what upset the Skyfather.
So perhaps. Kind of looks at him, kind of swims around. There is a god who has the same sharp tongue that he does. high opinion of himself, you could maybe besiege the Moon Maiden to see if she'd be willing to give him his life back.
And people associate the moon with the color silver, and argenti is derived from an old word for silver. So yeah, it works on every level.
Well, I did not think about that, but that does sound pretty good.
Is that true? Lyra's like, what? I just thought it was his name.
Well, his father must be a very original man. I think that naming was just on point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could talk to her and see if she'd be down for that. Really, I mean, we have a way to fix it. It would just be a tomorrow situation, and we were unsure if we can wait to talk to the rest of the gods or if it's something that we have to do now.
You know how you just described. The Sky Father took a no. The other gods may not look kindly upon heroes that had chose to see other gods and then didn't see them.
Yeah, I think we were kind of already thinking that might be the case.
I still think you are either fools or brave or both in equal measure for attempting this in the first place.
I think mostly fools. I think you had it right the first time.
I mean, less fools and more desperate, probably, I would say.
Maybe.
But
we still shouldn't see the Ghost Lord, right?
No. Please don't.
But we should probably go see all the others.
The Ghost Lord has never chosen a champion. Let's put it this way. If that is what you seek, you may also... Have you learned more of your quarry, your prey, the people you pursued?
Not really.
no.
Let's see. I am honor-bound to not tell you more. But
Yeah, that's kind of the wall we keep running into.
you may want to speak with the gods about your issues and what they see fit.
Fair. I mean, we haven't really, exchanged notes yet, but so I don't know exactly how things went with the Sun Mother, but the Sky Father was not looking to really chat after the initial round of pick a champion. So
Wait,
So,
you went to
yeah.
the Sky Father second then?
no, we went.
Well, at the same time.
We split up, and you were there. You escorted half of us.
I didn't
Yeah,
go
remember we were
inside.
like-
I was wondering.
we were like equal parts
who
here,
received
equal
the blessing
parts-
first?
Not sure. Probably right around the same time.
Yeah,
That
Yeah,
was
as you spend time thinking about this, you immediately realize that because you all had to go through that maze of the arena below the Sky Father's temple, it is very likely that Lyra, Estrella, and Brissa did receive the blessing first. Make me an investigation check.
investigation.
should have synced up our watches.
Oh, I'm exhausted. I was like, what? So that would be an 11.
With an 11, there is something about the timing here. It's like a problem that you do know the answer to, but you're just so mind fogged that it's just barely out of reach. There's something there, but Yanni can't quite put it together. I see. So
It might have taken us a little longer to get in there, so maybe they got there first, but
see.
I don't know.
But
Perception
we went
is-
at the same time with the same amount of people to make it equal.
Right.
Does it matter?
The gods, they are very They are very proud, and so appearance matters. Timing matters. It's probably.
If you're worried about people showing up on time, maybe you shouldn't, burn them alive or put them in a maze.
That is just a gauntlet. You have to prove that you're actually worth being a champion. Otherwise, everyone would try it.
So people don't visit just to visit then?
Oh no. Priests, well, if you want to call them that by your definition, will sometimes visit. But those are the ones who have proved themselves already.
Maybe you should make timing a low priority then. Pick a struggle.
I'm not a god. Or a champion.
Yeah, I know, I was just talking. I was just...
Yeah, but you were looking me directly into the eyes. There's a lot, like your body started flailing a little bit more towards me instead of sideways with your wings. It seems.
It's kind of that whole shoot the messenger concept. That's
right.
I mean, you're supposed to look at people when you talk to them. That's just respectful.
Yeah, but you said you and you looked at me, and it really hit a spot deep within.
Look.
Yeah, that's what we've been doing this entire time. Yes, good for you. Sun Mother is a good god.
I wasn't even trying for it, honestly. I was gonna let Brissa have it, and then...
Yeah! What's up with that, huh?
She was like, how do you feel about Sidon? And I was like, I want to kill him and rip him to pieces and bury his body in different locations. And she was like, you're my champion. So, maybe...
Right, tell them that we're going to murder everyone. Got it.
The Skyfather probably would have liked you too.
That does bring up another question, though. If we're worried about the gods being petty about people choosing the other gods, if I were to go talk to the Moon Maiden after already being the champion of the Sun Mother...
You do not try to become the champion of multiple gods.
Well, no, I'm not trying to be the champion, but, would she be just even mad that I talked to her afterwards?
It wouldn't look good, but...
Like if we just went with our friends.
You can be supportive, I think.
Well, I mean, if we're going to her to be like, hey, can you bring our friend back to life? Would she even listen to me?
Maybe. I've never been to the Temple of the Moon Maiden myself.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to think about who would be the best choice, and it would really probably be me or Estrella. And I mean, Estrella, you probably don't want to talk to any of them.
No, I do not. What are they going to do? Kill me?
No.
That's what I'm saying. No, I didn't enunciate that in the right way. They're going to kill me.
It does change the context.
Sorry,
with you.
I'm still reading from my friend being dead.
A handful of us have been dead before.
Yeah.
That doesn't make it any better. I don't
knock
want
it
any
till
of
you tried
that,
it.
ever.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying maybe you're blowing it a little out of proportion.
As a high priestess, I have to tell you, it will not always work. There have been times when I tried to bring people back, when the priestesses under my care tried to bring people back, and it failed. You being flippant about death, eventually Lutheria, the goddess thereof, is going to have the last laugh with that attitude.
I mean, the other side of it is, if it's his time, it's his time.
Okay, that I have a problem with just saying.
Yeah, that I'm not okay with.
See, thank you.
But also,
maybe I didn't explain.
overreacting.
Maybe I haven't explained well to you over the last few years. The school of philosophy that I study is called Stoicism, we take it as it comes. That's just kind of the
we're
the
going
way
to
it
have
works.
another philosophical debate, and we're going to talk for 3 hours about, take things as they come. Take it. Yeah, take it. Oh, sorry. Did Yanni stop talking?
A while ago.
So, bringing all of this back into relevancy and considering that it sounds like the pressure that we're under to wrap things up and figure out things that our enemies are doing. Maybe we should decide on what to do next.
It sounds like if we don't
Bickering.
talk to the rest of the gods, it won't end well. So that should probably stay priority number 1.
Alright.
Agreed.
How about I stay outside of the temples to drag your dead bodies back out so I can flop them onto my aunt's ship body and resurrect you from there. So I'll stay out. You do you. Rissa goes, and I will go to the hunter god or whatever. And what's the plan for everyone else? Also, I'm going to swim back. We are watching from afar. We are watching. Good job. Good luck. Godspeed.
Alright. Thank you.
Of course.
Brissa, you probably shouldn't go by yourself to the hunter god if every
no,
god
no,
is
no.
gonna try and kill us.
I'll wait until the end.
You know, I'd really like to circle back to my thought that maybe we just all go to the Island of the Fates, go back into the astral through that cave, and just forget about this whole fucked up place. Because the more I interact with these people from anywhere, the more I'm like, you know what? Y'all ain't worth saving.
Yanni, you love Mitros now. You love the city that we're both in.
Yeah.
Do you like your life? And look at what we have accomplished so far. Rissa kind of, with her queen crown sparkling. So, why don't you just consider it from that angle?
Yeah, speaking of what we've accomplished, we still have to rescue your child.
But why
Okay,
us?
well, do you want to say something? Do you want to bring it out now? Argenti's soul just watching like, fuck this.
I'm just saying we got an out if we want to take it.
That feels like giving up. But
I mean, I also haven't asked either, so it may be an out, but I feel like I should probably ask for permission.
I mean, I've been there now. I can just... And we're there. I
if
can
you
pop
ever
us
do feel
right in front of that cave entrance. Just on this side of the planar boundary. Step on through to the other side.
well,
We'll keep it in our back pocket. I don't have pockets.
What,
Where do
your
I
dress
keep
doesn't
all my
have
stuff?
pockets?
Where do I keep all my stuff?
Stop wearing your dress toga everywhere. You're supposed to save it for nice occasions.
Is this not a nice occasion?
Should I start pinwheeling again?
Every occasion is a nice occasion, Yanni.
I guess.
So should we talk to the Moon Maiden and see if she'll bring Argenti back to life?
yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be for the best.
Sure. I mean, I don't want to leave him dead.
I don't want to leave him dead either. The only issue I have with it is that her bringing him back to life sounds like we would also lose out on whatever boon she would give to us. So, which I'm cool with, but
Well, I mean, there are, not counting Spooky Guy, 7 gods and 6 of us. So,
oh, that's true. I'm bad at math.
and who knows? She might bring him back, and he's so charming that she's just like, oh, well, you can be my champion too. You never know.
That's fair. Maybe she'll be like, "You spoke back to the Sky Father, champion."
But would he accept it?
If he says no again and he dies, he's done. We're not
Yeah.
bringing him back again. This is a learn from your mistake situation, and if he doesn't learn, there's nothing we can do for him.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll just side-eye his corpse, like...
If you can hear us, Argentine, this is a learn from your mistake situation. I say it into the ring. Learn from your mistakes. But yeah, maybe we should start there.
I think so.
Should we bring his dead body with us?
I mean, it'd be a little awkward to...
But I feel like it would also be like an impact statement, you know what I mean? Like, here's a dead body that we need you to bring back.
I mean, maybe we leave him just outside the door. You know, like one of us hangs back to, you know, keep the bottom feeders off of him, and because we're literally at the bottom where they feed. And, you know, you know, then you can be like, yeah, she said yes, bring him in. Or, you know, it can be more like, oh, she's not into it. She doesn't want to see a corpse. You know.
Fair.
Well,
I guess,
let's go talk to her, I guess. Is it me? Is it gonna be me?
probably.
I mean, you are the most talented in that particular regard out of all of us.
You do tend to have an eloquent way of speaking.
Do I?
I don't know if I'd say that, but somehow she manages to be effective.
Persuasive.
She's one of those, like, you just like her.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I'm not even sure why you try to talk because you're not good with words, but damn it, I like you.
Less of a gift and more of a curse.
Maybe.
In real life, too. Alright, well. Let's see. Let's have a quick makeover montage. I'm gonna cast Alter Self on myself.
And how do you change your appearance?
Let's see.
According to my notes, she's a naiad, so you might want to look like something similar.
Which ones are naiads?
Like Crane.
Oh, like with the water hair?
They don't always have that. That was kind of her shtick, but
That'd be cool, though.
But I don't. Would you even notice it down here?
I would just look bald. Bad idea. Strike that. No water hair.
They have to actually like scrape off some of the coral and powder it very finely and then keep it in like a contained thing, so it's like a different color of water.
Okay.
Right.
New lore.
And then
Right?
you've unnecessarily killed how many coral polyps at that point?
Oh yeah, I mean the decoralization is just very advanced at this point.
Beauty takes sacrifice. I think. Do naiads have the fins like the one guy?
Like your wallpaper?
Yeah.
That's technically in a reed.
Okay, no fins. here's what I'll do. Because the only nymphs I know are Estrella and Brissa.
I keep forgetting Brissa's a nymph.
She's been through a lot. She's been through a lot. So I'll keep my hair the same color, but I'll make it longer, like down to my butt. And super curly, super layered. Like, imagine wavy hair, but somehow it looks perfect even though we're underwater.
So like mermaid hair.
Right, like mermaid hair. Super chiseled, like cheekbones, but still soft face. Permanent blush. Curves in all the right places. Thick mommy thighs.
Was this a Pixar meeting?
And perfectly manicured nails.
So that part didn't change? That's the one part you're not changing about yourself? Is your perfectly manicured nails, or...?
Well, I give myself human hands, which is not something Lyra has.
Okay.
She doesn't have, like, talons, but technically they're, like, elongated, I think. Very claw-like.
I was just thinking more like the nail part, but yeah.
Yeah. I'll also give
the
myself...
spell ends right here.
Yeah.
Right. I'll also give myself human feet. I don't want to look like a siren, because I still think that's bad here for some reason. What outfit do I want? You know what? It's gonna be like one of those really, I'm wholesome, but also...
You're doing alter self, though, right? That doesn't change your clothing.
Oh, right, it doesn't change your clothes. That's disguise self. Okay, so it'll still be my toga dress.
All right, toga dress. You change into that, and your friend Bornaros has swum very far away. As you guys make your way slowly towards, the place, you see beautiful gold marbled marble. It is a beautiful temple below. You can see that shattered all throughout the floor is glass, but not just any glass, reflective glass, and pieces of silver that probably were once part of silver mirrors. As you get closer, you can see that beautiful baubles, whether it is a perfectly shaped seashell or maybe a string of pearls, etc., is just laid out around. And as you kind of swim up, you can see that there's a veritable small fortune of these baubles laid out around the temple itself. The temple, interestingly enough, has many of these seaweeds as well, where much of the kelp around here has been kind of shades of green and red. This one seems to be a rainbow, an explosion, a gradient of expression, all different kinds of colors. As you approach, you seem to barely make out the reverberation of laughter coming from deeper within the temple. But you're not able to see past all of the kelp.
Does this kelp look like the kelp we were dealing with at the Skyfather's temple?
Make me a nature check.
Oh boy.
Or survival.
Also, because it's not concentration, I'm gonna cast glibness on myself too.
Let me check something real quick.
A whole 5 in that nature check. Kelp is kelp.
You're kelpless to determine its
Hey, get out of here.
Hey.
Listen, y'all, it's taken a long-ass time for a player to actually use the Glypnus spell in one of my campaigns. I forgot that you have it. I didn't even realize it was a basic ruled spell. I was like, is that some Acquisitions Incorporated BS? And then I look at it and it's an 8th level spell. For that?
It sure is. And
Fascinating.
it's not concentration.
As you look upon it.
And
I mean,
also, it counts for your counter spell checks if you're a charisma-based spellcaster.
it looks as if you might be dealing with the same stuff, but there's definitely something different about it. You don't know if it was maybe, GMO'd to have these hues of colors, if it is some kind of a supernatural effect.
Alright, cool.
But it's
Be
just
very
kelp.
careful to kelp.
Was the kelp bad? Did the kelp hurt you?
Yes, actually. Like, grabbed me and restrained. Yeah, it was not a fun time. Don't. Just be careful.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Is there a space that's
But if
not
you could get
kelp?
all the water out of the room, it's pretty helpless. Helpless?
That is true. Yanni, please.
Oh.
All right.
Are we all going in?
David, did Estrella go back to the boat, or was she just threatening to go back to the boat?
No. She's going to stay outside of the temple, kind of cross her arms and be like, "No, you guys go ahead. I'll have to come in there and somehow get your dead corpses out or something. But go ahead." So just goes, "Okay, do you want me to come with you or keep this one safe?"
What?
Oh, Estrella. Do you want me to stay out here with Estrella?
Why don't you keep each other company?
All right. Good luck in there. I'll send in Sila in 15 minutes. Or let's say an hour.
Hour
Okay.
sounds
Yeah,
About
hour
right.
works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll kill everything inside of there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Including us?
Everything inside of there.
Wow, you don't get one god's blessing and you just turn into a mass murderer. I got it. Okay.
turns into.
Yeah, who said she wasn't already?
Whoa,
she never-
whoa.
She's had plenty of chances to murder us in our sleep, and she never has. So I'm assuming this is
Yeah.
still a shift to a darker side.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. But to be fair, her and Sila are both pretty fucked up still from the last god that we talked. So,
Ooh, we'll
Oof,
take care
yeah.
of that. I'm just trying to preserve my pool of healing energy in case you all need help.
your touchy hands.
My touchy hands.
It's-
Touch hands!
Touching you.
But yeah, you can stay out here with us, Ray, if you want. I don't want you guys to accidentally die somehow.
All right, sounds good. Good luck.
Okay.
All right. Do you guys take Argenti's corpse with you? Yeah.
I guess not, since he's strapped to the dragon.
I mean, you could unstrap.
Nope. even when he's resurrected, he's going to stay stuck to that dragon. That's just how it's going to go from now on.
Yeah,
He's just
permanent
part of
mount.
it now.
Sovereign
Yeah.
blue is a hell of a thing.
Hey, listen, dragons have to molt eventually.
Oh, then you just have shed skin connected to you for the rest of your life? Ugh,
No.
Trigger warning.
gross.
It's like when you forget to grease the pan when you cook fish, and
Oh. No.
I'm.
I won't need that image.
Do we want to take his crispy body?
I mean, if we're going to ask her to bring him back,
She'll probably need it, right?
I mean, maybe not, but definitely better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, as they say.
Argenti has
Yeah,
become an
yeah.
umbrella.
What if
Agenti has
Daphne
become the
just wears
powder
him like
keg
a
that you totally
shawl?
just put into your inventory and carry around with you before a really tough fight and just kind of plop down, run away, and then explode. That's right.
Except it's just going to be us throwing
The
a
weight
corpse
is
on the ground.
26 pounds. And you keep wondering why you run out of capacity. to carry shit.
Listen, don't call me out like that live on stream. As you guys approach,
Dude, I had 2 of them.
the song is getting louder from inside, and it has this beautiful ethereal quality to it of the reverberation, not just from the marble all around you, but also in the water itself. What's interesting is it is definitely deafened, muted, muffled by the virtue of the kelp. As you approach, you see the kelp seems to kind of like shift naturally with the water and then kind of stop and begin to part.
Oh, this kelp is so much more welcoming and inviting than the last kelp.
Yeah, this seems nice.
And
I like this.
It's very beautiful kelp too, because she's the goddess of beauty and whatnot, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Great kelp, honestly. The landscaping here, just A+.
Oh yeah, we should look our best for her. How's my hair look?
Meanwhile, Lara with a
I try to smooth his hair and it just goes back.
Definitely keep it with that good try and true messy bun. It's gonna be atrocious when we get out of here.
Oh god, all the salt water.
hours.
Oof.
Hours.
Just shave your head; it'll grow back.
I'm gonna have to use so many hair masks after this.
There's a thing called a hair mask?
Yeah. Anyway.
Also, if you like dyed your hair,
Well,
you have to use
what
like
else
a
do you-
hair mask.
How else do you keep people from knowing that Voldemort's on the back of your head?
And that too. Logic. Logic.
Man, COVID would have been such a hard time for him. Oh man.
I hate it here.
Ow, 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 ow. I've never had what the hell? I'm getting too old for this. I'm getting a Charlie horse from laughing in the side of my back.
There's a word for that, but I don't remember what it's called.
Ancient is the word. It's called ancient. Oh my god.
Even I don't have that problem.
Whew.
Come on, man.
It's from lifting the babies. All right.
Mm.
Do you guys venture deeper into the kelp at this point?
Yeah.
Where do you?
All right. You swim in, and the beautiful music seems to just envelop you. You feel it reverberate in your very bones. The beautiful melody, starting to kind of sing back and forth. It resonates with your very heart within your soul. And then is when all three of you need to make me a blind charisma saving throw, please.
Uh-oh.
These are not my strongest, but not my weakest.
Yanni, Lyra, don't forget that you get to add, how much is it, Daphne, for the charisma bonus?
I think it's
3 or 4?
3. Pretty sure.
Oh,
Which
I think
is-
you're right.
And
It
it's
is
double
4.
checking.
Oh, it's 4.
Okay.
I think it's Brissa's who's is 3.
Slacker.
Maybe. Is there a way
Blind
to
is the one
add
that looks like a ninja, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, I can do the call out for you guys, make it a little bit easier to find. Here you go.
Oh, it'll still be blind even if it's on the call out?
Oh, you know what? No, it won't. Boop.
I was just
I
just
can
adding
make
plus
it.
I don't know what
I
to do.
can't.
I
I
don't know what to
can
do.
make it.
I don't know
There.
what to press.
I rolled it, and that includes the +4.
Okay, cool.
I'm just not.
Okay. And it's blind for you guys, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Sure is.
Alrighty.
Oh god.
The
That
three of
doesn't
you
sound
guys start to swim forward. And there are certainly smiles that are starting to spread. Almost inadvertently. It's exactly, Lara's just like feeling it, starting to vibe with it. Yanni's just like wee, wee, just like somersaults and cartwheels through the kelp. Daphne, as you're kind of like carrying Argenti just kind of like over your shoulder, kind of swimming forward, you look at these two, you're like, what the fuck?
Oh no.
And you feel that there's like, it's almost like pins and needles. Like if you were not underwater, your hair would stand up straight as you feel the effect of something incredibly powerful wash over you and then dissipate. But you see Yanni and Lyra are both like,
Ooh, that's awkward.
as they're starting to kind of like just dance their way towards the center of the temple, kind of through the kelp there.
For the chat, I would just like everyone to know that Lyra has a +10 to her charisma saves, so the fact that she failed is not good.
Honestly, that means I'm really impressed that I made it.
I mean, to be fair, +10, you roll a 3 and it's still a 13.
Right.
I mean, Daphne, with her aura, has a total of a +13 to her saves.
Oh yeah, I guess technically I'd have a +14 at the moment. And I
So
still
you rolled a
failed.
1.
Right, yeah.
Try to like rile them, like, guys, come on, stop.
And Lyra, you look at her and you're just like, why aren't you dancing?
Girl, it's Rush by Troye Sivan.
Girl, this isn't very presentable looking. Yanni, could you please stop spinning in the water? We're trying to make a good impression.
But it's so much fun. It's just it's the most free I've ever felt. That's why I do it all the time.
It's weird hearing Yanni say that, but Lyra still doesn't care.
Holding Argenti, taking Argenti's hands, and just ear. At this point, it's the best. It's the only way.
You're making your way further in, mostly because Lyra and Yanni at this point are kind of just leading the charge into the temple. And you're starting to brush by others. It seems like almost like in a hedge maze during maybe a festival or something, where drunken revelers are finding themselves in the hidden nooks and crannies of the maze. You see an Areed with another, currently embraced, in the middle of a quite advanced makeout session. You go, okay, you push further, you look to your right, and the kelp just perfectly hides many of the exposed bits of an entire soiree of participants.
Lyra tries to start a conga line.
Is that the collective soiree?
Definitely feet red, like, oh god, so stare, come on.
And as you say that, suddenly you do see as Lyra begins to undo her robe as she's starting
nope,
to.
Absolutely not. Nope.
Naked conga line.
You're grabbing her by one arm. Nope, you're not.
Free the Springfield too, Marge!
Meanwhile, Yanni already has one sandal off, the other one is currently being worked on.
Oh.
Clothes will not restrict me.
So many straps on these sandals. This is why I always ran around barefoot before there was all the blood to worry about.
This dress is a flesh prison.
No, not the Charlie horse again.
Dude, I'm gonna have to grab my rib brace at this point. Like,
Just send it to me when you're just overnight.
Yeah.
Please.
So, okay, wait, let's see how we can work this out. Take some, like, rope to strap the corpse of Argenti. Grab Lyra one arm, Yanni in the other. Like, finally.
Hey, why are you harshing my buzz, man?
We don't lose your clothes before Goddess.
Daphne, take your clothes off.
I am not.
I'm pretty sure she's seen plenty before.
Probably, but I don't know, be impressive over the fact you didn't.
Exactly.
We're
I'm
underwater.
impressed.
Who's gonna see? Nobody's
Oh,
gonna
No,
know.
no, you want to
I'm
leave
running
her
around at the
passive.
bathhouse. I'm a
You want to leave her
tripod.
What?
I forgot about that too.
What?
Yanni's hung like a horse. I forgot all about that. I've repressed that memory, but it's back now.
Oh no! No! No, the fucking tripod now! Oh, what the fuck?
He can balance himself on it. It's really neat.
No!
It says this, and Daphne dead stops. Just
Ooh. Oh,
I don't think I've ever broken David before. That was awesome.
oh my god.
No!
It's been a long time since we've taken a bath. Holy shit.
Whew! Okay. So as you're wrangling, the goddess of freedom and tripod, pulling Argenti behind you, kind of like swing forward, more and more of this scene just becomes clear to you. This is an entire orgy going on. There's easily 3-4 dozen Nereids, Oceanids, and merfolk engaged in various acts of lust with one another. There's definitely a conga line. Let's leave it at that. As you start making your way towards the center there, though, you now see that everything in here has been polished to a sheen. In fact, as you go towards it, you see that same kind of like weird displacement effect where air meets water. As you realize the interior of the temple actually has an air pocket within it.
All right. Yes, Lyra, please. Lyra.
I'm just belly dancing in Daphne's arm.
Like,
I'm still wrestling with that last sandal. Just wrapped around her wrist.
Belly dancing in Daphne's arm. That needs to be in certain TikToks. As you make your way through the barrier into the dry air, and you pull these enamored individuals with you, you kind of push in, and as you go in, immediately your skin is free of all salt water. Your hair dries out. And in fact, as you kind of step through, you notice and your hair just falls down in beautifully done curls to your side. Like, you haven't seen your hair like this since probably the last time your mother forced you to dress up for one of those, Astorian festivals that maybe you did, maybe you didn't want to go to. Your choice. Lyra looks exactly like she had described herself before. Yanni, as you pull him through, suddenly just like these Fabio curls are starting to go through. But as you pull Argenti through, just as wet and dead as before. As you can now inside of what appears to be a circular room that has been partitioned off with so many palicans, I think is what they're called, right? These like the stand-up curtains. What are they, pelican? No, the pelican is the thing where you carry them, right?
Yeah, technically.
Oh, yeah.
What are those things called? Wow. You know what I mean. Standing dividers. As you see these standing dividers all throughout, you can just see that there's many a brazier burning. You can see the light kind of casting shadows, and many a body in an active act engaged, as you see these shadows just kind of enacting all throughout. An entire, let's just say, after party after the outside party inside. And this is the hotel lobby of sorts.
The after party is where it gets really crazy.
Oh no.
Wow,
Sounds-
Daphne, you're beautiful. I never noticed before.
I gotta be real honest, Argenti's dead body is really harsh in my buzz.
Oh, here, I got it.
I use prestidigitation to dry it out.
Dry dead body.
Oh. Thank you, Yanni. I'm gonna set you down now, Lyra. Don't go running off, please.
Okay.
You're like,
You should do
kind
your
of
hair
let
more
me go.
often, Daphne.
Nope. No
You
need
set
to.
me down?
like kind of, but definitely the arm is ready to catch you if you do try to run off.
She doesn't run off. Immediately naked.
Hey, can somebody help me with the buckle on this sandal? I can't get this one undone.
And as you
And
say
I
that,
want to be free.
you see an Oceanid starting to appear. This male appearing Oceanid certainly has kind of like large blue greenish muscles that are kind of mottled, or what is the right word, like mottled, with like little brown spots overall that look like a beautiful kind of round pattern across his skin. Also completely naked. You see his webbed feet and hands, and as he approaches, let's just say that the eel is also equipped. As he approaches your guys' situation, he kind of goes down upon a knee, kind of takes your chin up, Yanni, says, I would be more than happy to help you with any doll clasps, little one.
Why, thank you.
I should have done webbed feet. I changed my feet, so I have webbed feet.
We're here to see the goddess. Please, Yanni, not to take away from your fun. Oh god, still look down.
He's already halfway undressed, Yanni, and then he looks up towards you, and he squints a little bit. Are you not feeling well?
Just merely wishing to get important matters out of the way first before enjoying.
Daphne was raised in abstinence only.
He sizes you up, and where Yanni and Lyra's eyes are like these drug-addled, distant, there's nothing really behind the curtains kind of a look. His have sharpness to them. And as he, what others could maybe, Yanni and Lyra would maybe misinterpret in the situation as ogling, he's not ogling you. He's assessing your danger. It just immediately becomes clear to you. I see. Here you go. And he helps Yanni undress from his robes as well.
Yeah.
Why don't you two make yourselves comfortable over there? As he kind of points towards a room or like a blocked off portion of the temple that has maybe only like 3 or 4 individuals currently dancing, what seems like on a table. But you can really just make out the silhouettes and the arms over the silken dividers. You and I will need to talk. This is just for your friends to get more comfortable.
I look at Daphne and I start to swim backwards.
You're in dry air now, but yeah.
Oh, right. We're in air now. I moonwalk.
Right.
Get it, girl.
Are they all on board? Oh my god, this is my nightmare.
Mom friend Daphne, friend Daphne.
Ben's just like, please give me the goddess that burns me to death again. Can I just have the goddess that burns me to death again? Can we just go back to that, please?
I will take that goddess. Right, so they all are clearly under some sort of effect. You are not.
They're a part of the
I am not.
revelry, of course. The Moon Maiden's blessing.
Ah.
You don't want to enjoy yourself. You
I
look
have
quite
some.
beautiful. You seem like you have muscles that look great with oil.
Thank you very much. We are under a bit of a tight timeline currently.
There's a flask of oil in my bag there, bro.
Why? Don't want to know why.
I'll remember that for later.
God, Yanni, do you know what would be great right now? That Horn of Balmitria. I'm sorry we gave that away.
Yeah, not our smartest move, but let's just enjoy what's going on now.
You really
Right.
should join your friends. Just let go. Enjoy the gift that the Moon Maiden gives.
I'd rather speak to Moon Maiden for seeking her blessing, and more importantly, to I don't know how to take this for a goddess. Her blessing is just as important, and we're hoping that she will take pity upon my friend here, pick him back up so he's not just
And
getting walked over.
there's just a look of utter disgust as he looks down at Argenti's dead body. How dare you bring a corpse to the Moon Maiden's revelry? Have you no tact?
It's a real buzzkill.
I recognize that there is a lack of tact to this, but considering that we are foreigners,
Is this
I
your
do
custom
apologize.
on the mainland?
It's our
corpses
custom.
to parties. You would dress them up, put little ropes around them, and make them dance.
While I do enjoy your imagination and your sass, it is our custom to bring the corpses to powerful goddesses who have the chance to bring said bodies back to life.
Well, the Moon
And I
Maiden
was
will
under the
not
impression.
even entertain you. After all, I mean, look at this get-up of what you're wearing. That you're wearing anything at all, I mean, it is truly a shame. So she will not see you anyway.
Insight check
Go for
to
it.
see if he's just trying to goad.
Go for it.
Okay, we're gonna see. That this fight, this is just. Ooh, holy! This disadvantage is going great.
Do you guys, or Argenti, you get to decide. Do either Brissa or Estrella gift their DM inspiration for Daphne for one more roll?
Let's take it away. Estrella. Oh wait, Estrella's not there, is she? She's
Neither
just
of them
getting
are
fired.
there, so.
Okay, well, I imagine that whenever they're leaving, Estrella would just, send them some really, really good vibes. If they happen to need some inspiration to do something really cool, she would send it their way. So,
All right, Daphne,
Yeah.
roll me one more d20. This one does not have disadvantage.
Alright, I'm just gonna roll the d20 because, I don't have a bonus.
Wow.
2 8s.
All
Clancy's
right.
back to form.
With an 8, I mean, you look around, and there's a little bit of that social anxiety that you used to feel when you went to these kind of affairs where, people of some money kind of start to gather up trying to, marry each other off, and there's just, this anxiety of, oh my god, what is it like? What are the social norms here? And you feel that little teenager in you bubble up for a little second, and you're just like, it's like, yeah, I guess that's what everybody's doing.
Fine. Gently sent. Put Argenti's body down and just. No, gently. And I guess, yeah, she'll strip and she'll actually, I think, from her gladiatorial days, she probably has oil of her own. Not gonna trust anything that guy has, and just.
I sourced it myself.
Yeah.
Peppermint oil, it burns! It burns!
Look, I don't know what's going on here. There's too much debauchery. It's.
Greek settings.
Yeah.
Lyra stops dancing just for a second because suddenly Daphne's naked and covered in oil.
Switching sides. Switching sides. Switching sides. If anything, you can see his face afterwards has a little bit of the good, but there's a little bit of disdain, surprisingly. I will take care of your dead friend. You should really not bring this before the eyes of the Moon Maiden. It's just unseemly.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it.
This way.
Ready to kill everybody.
Daphne, you walk around. This is just this hulking woman is probably flexing her arms, hands, as she's kind of walking by, just just going on all around you as you start walking towards the center.
It's like the moment of just look down. I can't look down. Just look up.
You walk through the, arrangement, like the almost tunnel-like structure that leads you to the center. And you can see that recessed down into the floor is a central tree growing upwards. And you can see beautiful pink blossoms covering the entire thing. Above it, you can see that there's a central shaft of light kind of shining down, and some of the petals are falling down in just a perfect pattern around it. At the base of the tree, you can see a 15-foot tall, perfectly naked naiad woman, dark skin. You can see beautiful emerald green eyes. The skin itself normally would probably be pretty light, but it seems like it just has this appearance of being bronzed. You can see long red curls kind of pulling back as she is being sung to. It seems like a competition of 3 different individuals: an Irid, an Oceanid, and a merfolk that is currently levitating with a bubble of water around their head, trying to serenade. Make me an insight check.
Oh boy.
I feel the rush.
Oh, look at that beautiful nat 20
No.
that just went to waste. 16 is still good.
A 16. With a 16, you look at obviously the goal of this entire awkward affair, and the goddess, the Moon Maiden, is absolutely unimpressed. She rolls her eyes as she hears a beautiful song. Well done. Outstanding. But just boredom. She seems to scan around, and then finally her eyes land on yours. And they begin scanning down. Back up. She cocks her head to the side as a couple of red curls kind of tossle to the side. Make me another charisma saving throw.
Oh boy. Do you want a blind or?
This one can be out in the open if you want.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What'd you get?
Nat 1 for nat 1s. So, nat 1 for a total of 14.
Your heart quickens. Has Daphne ever had a crush?
Oh, plenty. Plenty of failed ones.
And by and large, would you say that she has always been kind of more shy about it? Has she pursued them? Have they been, are we talking red wines, white wines, mixed? Like,
Horribly awkward, and I imagine she's even gone so far as to accidentally set 2 of her crushes up with each other.
You hate to see it.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say set him on fire at the forge.
that too, probably, honestly. Look, there was a dwarf, he seemed really nice, it was going so well, and then the sparks flew on his beard. And
dwarf?
it just...
from Clancy.
At the forge, get your mind out of the gutter. Come on, it was a nice...
Daphne falls desperately in love. These emerald pools of eyes just make her fall in the beautiful, just little valleys that her, what are those called? What are these bones called right here? Why am I blanking on this right now?
Clavicles?
Clavicles form. It's just like the way that the petals are just perfectly falling, the way that it's just radiating this beautiful scent of a fruit. It's just too intoxicating. And before you know it, you realize that you're already walking. You feel your face is flush with heat. And now you're standing behind these 3 bards trying to impress their goddess. She puts up her hand as one of the bards was just mid-strum. Brias! Yes? She just kind of waves them away. And they look over their shoulder towards you. But my goddess, I wasn't done! And she just puts up a finger, goes like this. And he's like... Muted. Cannot say a thing. You, she says, her eyes looking directly at you. You can see the full red lips moving, the teeth underneath. You can't help but to look at every part, and it's just, you have to actually focus back up to her eyes as you're just like, what do you say?
Just beat red and just, hi.
Hi. Why don't you come here? And you three, join the revelry for me. As they all bow, the bard that doesn't have a voice is just beat red, and you can see that he kind of lingers for an extra moment, desperately trying to figure out how he can say, please give me my voice back. What do you do?
He's not respecting her, and that's really rude. She's gonna look over and she said leave. And like, I don't know, intimidation or something, like she's just
running off.
I didn't mean to speak for you. He's kind of rude, not respecting what you wanted. Hi.
Hi again.
Right, sorry.
You are a sight for sore eyes. She kind of readjusts her large body, kind of like almost across this pelican that is the stairs that leads up to that tree, and kind of leans up against it. More of the petals kind of start falling down, starting to kind of like bap themselves to your oiled skin. She says, I've been watching you since you came to the city. Tell me, how is the surface?
It's lovely, but not really as lovely as, well, the site that's been hiding here.
You're a schmoozer, aren't you?
I can't be.
I like to see more of that. Your friends are having fun. You guys are both looking towards whatever might be happening in a cordoned off area. I know where you came. But my question is, what did you really come for?
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Fast forward to Thylea ripping everyone to shreds.
Yeah, for real. Does Daphne like actually remember any reason
yes,
for being
you have
here?
your full
Okay,
memory.
fantastic.
This is the roleplay challenge of like how would
Fantastic,
Daphne
love
act
it.
in this charmed way.
Originally, we were informed that she would be a powerful goddess to help us in our time of need. And I find myself needing you even more now. I didn't mean that in a really bold way. Okay, if you like that, that's fine. I was informed that I was a bit of a... It was rude of me to presume that she would help us, so I did bring my friend who has recently died from the Skyfather. I was told that you could revive him. I do apologize. I've been informed that killed the vibe.
Yes.
Real bummer.
I do apologize for that.
What she said.
Yes, I'm really sorry for the real bummer. Our deputy's so awkward. I love it.
It's quite all right. I'm glad that your friend's death could bring us closer.
Yeah.
I thought she was
Yeah,
going to say she
very
was glad
nice.
it's a real bummer.
You know,
I mean,
I really wanted to watch you more. from the moment that you told the council that you too wanted to become a goddess.
I'm glad that impressed you.
Of course.
You don't.
You cannot fathom how lonely it has been, being surrounded with those without celestial blood like us. I think fate has brought us together this day for a reason.
She's nodding her head like, yes, absolutely.
But I heard that you want to see the Fire King.
Well, admittedly, I didn't think I stood a chance with the goddess of beauty, so I was going to stick with the
Stop it.
hermit. So,
I mean, I must admit, smithing does do you wonders.
thank you. Oh, does she have the spell prepared?
What you gotta do?
I was hoping Nope. Okay. Fantastic.
Enhance ability strength.
See, no. Not originally what I was thinking of. Okay. I think Daphne just immediately I'm always looking for new uses. I can already think of a couple pieces that would I don't want to say add extra sparkle, you don't really need it, but accentuate a couple things, bring attention to your beauty.
I do like that. Daphne of the surface world. You are interesting, powerful. You carry the power of gods within your veins already. This place that I exist in, I need your help. Because this place, I would like to leave. You will help me with that, won't you?
Of course, I can't imagine being trapped in one place for so long.
I'm so happy to hear you say that. What would you be willing to do to help me break out?
Well, I'm still trying to understand how this Promethean fire works, but
I'm sorry, the what?
well, part of the reason we're here to become gods is to find the Promethean fire.
Oh, love. That is just a legend, I think, that your people made up. I am the one who can grant you true godhood.
Oh. So, I'm granted godhood, and then I use my godly abilities to bring you out of here.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd fight any beast.
Any.
Of course.
Would you fight the monsters of the deep for me?
Of course. Any beast. No matter the foe.
Would you promise it?
No, I did not want. Oh, Daphne, you idiot. Absolutely.
And her eyes, they seem so large now. And that is because you have stepped closer and closer without realizing, as you're just face to face with this goddess now. Maybe 2 feet separate you, and she looms. Her entire body is just your vision now. Would you oath it? Make me another charisma saving throw, this time with advantage.
This advantage? Is that what I heard? Or
Advantage. Mm-hmm.
advantage. Okay, so just a straight roll.
No. That's exhaustion only applies. Your current level of exhaustion only applies to checks.
I just assumed the saving throw was so bad it had to be with disadvantage.
Nope.
And then one more time.
Okay. Yep. Sorry.
You good?
Hey.
What you get?
29 in total.
There is something inside of you. That same sensation that Peter and Rotis had, of course, already exhibited before. Suddenly your blood just glows golden as you feel this weird charismatic cloud around you just kind of go from just intoxicating to just smothering. Too sweet, too thick. And you kind of step back and you can see a little bit of frustration kind of go across the maiden's face. Will you oath it?
My lady,
I see I have lost
I would
you.
have.
By the way,
I think Daphne's like.
I know. Just to be clear, that entire effect of the infatuation just dropped.
I think it reminds Daphne of like another crush. Like she'd actually was able to go on this date and then found out the guy was only interested in her to get to Petor.
Oh, so
And
toxic.
she just like devastated, just like the tears are welling up, and she just.
DM inspiration for that emotional self-damage.
Lyra would be so sad if she wasn't so happy right now.
Oh, Yanni and Lyra, both roll me hidden D100 rolls, please.
Uh-oh.
How many more days were affected?
I've just been thinking about all the spells I could use. I got Enthrall, I got Charm Person, I got Mass Suggestion.
You're suggesting things. Back to you, Daphne.
Is that our body count for the day? Is that what we just rolled?
Oh god. So terrible. You are still quite beautiful. Even without the charm. I can sense the desperation that you have to be free. I would still be happy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had to do it like this. I didn't.
You didn't have to. If you've been watching me, truly, actually, you didn't have to do
your
that.
people said that they were going to try to kill us, and I don't
That
know
was-
if you can or cannot, but I'm not about to find out.
And neither am I. That was something Yanni said in the heat of the moment. And, I mean, I came here without any weapons. Came to you specifically without
You came with a
anything
couple of
for
weapons.
this. That ship has sailed.
I still have to point out the obvious. All right, fine. I see it's
Thank you,
misplaced.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, we are aware now of the beast that lays here in the deep. That is something we have an intention to kill. Or take care of.
You do.
Yes.
What of your audience with the Skyfather? What came of that?
Well, he was very upset with my friend rejecting his boon. And so he's smart. I literally have never like heard of this word
Smut.
before.
Smut. He's smut.
Smart?
He's smut. No, that's what's happening right now. That's right now is he's smut.
Smote. Okay, he was smote down by the Skyfather for that.
Typical. I'm so sorry for your loss.
That's, the recommendation was that you could potentially help us, and though he is currently a corpse, Argenti, I guess, has been known for. He is quite lovely looking.
Bring him here. Tell my manservant to bring him.
What is your manservant's name? He was a little rude to me.
Ah, yes, he has that effect on anyone that he feels threatened by. Ignore him. His name is Taron.
Taron. Daphne will happily go, oh, Taron.
What? My name is Taron.
Taron, sorry. So sorry about that. My bad. Taron, the beautiful, lovely goddess would like to see my friend now. If you don't mind fetching his corpse.
Of course. You see, he kind of turns around and he's started applying makeup on Argenti, but it's pretty awful looking.
Really?
I'll try to make him look beautiful, okay? Listen, I haven't had practice with someone that is that, I don't know, pale.
Clearly you haven't practiced on yourself enough. Take.
As you take Argenti over, and you see the goddess actually hold out her hand for you to kind of place Argenti inside of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, poor sweet. You're right, he's quite beautiful, even for such a... Oh. Interesting.
Shade? What was that?
So he was not always an elf, was he?
That I don't know.
I don't recognize this smell. And she kind of takes her lips and just gently puts it up against his cheek. Not at the touch. Not a thing of Thylea, are you? She kind of gently sets Argenti on the ground. What do you know of your beautiful old friend?
He had a husband who passed away. He witnessed the Great War that I'm not even sure if you're aware of. It happened between the Titans and the other gods, and those who are not native to Thylea came to Thylea. But where my spark comes from, the 5.
I was going to ask you about them.
Right, how much time do we have?
Oh, we have all the time in the world. She kind of snaps. The music gets a little bit louder. People are getting even more crazy. You're pretty sure you see Yanni just being yeeted into the sky.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's also safe, having fun.
I was gonna grab people around her.
Oh, yeah. As you turn back into yourself.
Still hot.
And she has wings now! Hooray! So start at the beginning.
Right. I think, Daphne gives the bit of history that she grew up knowing, at least.
Do you tell her about the fake out?
If she can sense something weird is going on with Argenti over here, she could probably suss out a couple of things as well, and it's just better to be honest, so yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
As part of this, go ahead and make me a persuasion check with advantage. So hold that alt so that it's going to be a straight roll.
Are Are there more
Alrighty.
secrets we don't know about? Didn't we have a whole conversation about not keeping secrets from each other anymore?
I did press Alt, so
So it
I
would have
don't
been
know
the
why.
natty 18, so 22.
Ooh.
She listens intently, her emerald eyes never going off of yours. At certain points, she like takes the curls and just kind of starts twirling them in her fingers, and she's just starting to really like, she gasps whenever there is like a big revelation, a big twist, a big turn. And when you mention what happened underneath Aresia, you see tears are starting to stream down her face. I had not realized all of this had happened. It has been so long. So that is why you want to become a goddess. It would look very good on you.
I hope so.
I know so.
Thank you.
As far as your problem with your friend is concerned, there's absolutely something we can do. A bone of the champion I will give to you as an apology for trying to trick you into liking me instead of showing you the real me.
Thank you.
But I will have to give it to him so that he can be resurrected. He was smote by the Sky Father after all.
But
I'm
yes,
still not sure if that's right. I think tenses are weird and English is stupid.
it's so weird.
He'd been smittied.
Smitten? But
I think
isn't that
smote
usually
or-
like...
Japanese
Smote
means
or
right now.
smited, I believe, would either be correct.
Yeah, smited totally would be correct too, I think. It's
I
kind of
know.
like I braked a car. Like I braked the
I
car is
smited.
technically the way to say it.
I said smited. And I was.
He got
being shit.
killed, y'all. He got murdered.
Yeah, he just got killed. Yeah, obliterated,
He got
electrocuted.
smacked down by a lightning bolt.
Yeah. Thank you for doing what you can for him. Truly, thank you.
Of course. I need a promise from you, though. It does not have to be an oath. But I need you to promise me that you will use together, you two will use this gift, the spoon, to defeat the beast. Please.
Is she? Sorry, I was understanding her saying that she was going to give the boon to Daphne, but has to give it. She's giving a boon to both of us.
She's giving it to Argenti, but is making you promise because she can't get consent from a corpse.
Totally. Okay.
Aww. Thoughtful.
Argenti is a very smart, reasonable man. Yes. You have my promise.
Very well. She kind of cups Argenti back into her hands. She closes her eyes, and then she kind of lifts him up. She gives him a kiss on the forehead. And suddenly, green emerald light fills the entire chamber. And that is where we're going to take a very quick potty break. See you guys in about 5 minutes here. And we are back. Hi, Raiders. Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys so much for checking us out for the first time. Yeah, thank you so much, Texas Toast. We deeply, deeply appreciate you. With that, we're coming back after the group had approached the sunken temple of the Moon Maiden, one of the 8 goddesses that lives within this temple district, deep under the ocean, a sunken city that now holds new peoples and a pantheon that our heroes were not familiar with. Yanni and Lyra were very much charmed by the supernatural effects surrounding this beautiful nymph, this naiad. However, Daphne twice was able to resist the wiles of this incredibly beautiful goddess in order to ask her for help to bring her dead friend, Argenti, back. We're picking back up with Argenti. You stand in a throne room. The floor is black, stone, cold, reflecting green light from an emerald massive scythe that is propped up against a bone throne at the end. Hundreds of bones do not only make up the throne itself, but are all throughout the floor and kind of bunched up within the corners and the sides of the room. And turned with her back towards you is a woman with long blonde hair. A crown sits upon her head, and as she turns around, you recognize the deep green eyes of the Titan, of the goddess, Thylea. Welcome back, my sweet. I've missed you. Have you been a good little boy? What I want is decorum. On your knees. And she waves her fingers. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw. Hey! As you find yourself immediately dropping down, it is weird. You are nothing but an ephemeral soul. Green, translucent energy held together by the very fabrics of what makes your spirit you. You fall down, and what would have been hundreds of bone splinters piercing into your skin is nothing. You just fall down with your head bowed before your goddess. So I leave you alone for a few 100 years, and then you become an impudent little shit. Do we need to whip you again for a decade or so that you understand your place? Huh? Is that what you wanted? You wanted to be dead? I could have helped you with that so long ago. Well, now you get to... Fixed. Thank you, stream. Is that what you want? You want to die? You want to be dead forever? I do. Do your little friends know everything about you? About Matteo? About how you truly were?
No. I've tried to be honest. But it's been a little difficult.
I've missed you. That attitude of yours. It befits your kind. All that arrogance. It is good to see that you have your fire still. Or should I say eyes? Though now you have to rely on the pittance of mere mortals. Well, normal mortals, not like your true self. What do you think Matteo would have thought, had he known what you truly were? Do you think he would have accepted you, or he would have shunted you out? If he had known
How dare you?
everything.
You speak Matteo's name. Right now. When I'm stuck here with you.
It is a nice incantation. The name, Matteo. It has a beauty to it, don't you think? Matteo. If I say it enough times, do you think I could maybe... Maybe I could, because... Tell me, Argenti. What am I the goddess of?
Death.
And where is your sweet husband?
Dead.
That is right! He is with me! It is important that we re-establish our relationship again. After all, we want to make sure that we are going to cooperate the right way. Don't you think, Argenti?
I'm gonna try to stand up. Is
Nothing.
that possible?
Nothing currently. And she seems to be amused by that. You can see the smile line starting to curl up, this mean smirk starting to stretch out.
I would rather die 1,000 times than join you ever again.
Shame. Maybe I didn't make myself clear enough. Ah yes, incantations, that's what I was. Matteo. And she has her beautiful, massive titanic hand kind of wave towards the beautiful, terrifying scythe. The blade itself made out of that smooth green emerald. And you can see as wisps of ephemeral smoke start to kind of push up out and against all of the emerald. Souls. As they writhe against it, turning the entire thing into almost like a bubbling pot, a cauldron. One drops out, and the soul lands on all fours. Argenti, before he died, what did Matteo look like?
Oh. Matteo was where Argenti was always very regal and angular and sharp. Matteo was just like an average Joe. He was a man with a human man, tall, with dark skin, black hair, with curls that sat, sort of close to his head. He had really, really thick, brown eyebrows, black eyebrows, and a nose that wasn't, perfect. It wasn't angular like Argenti's was. It had like a little bump in it. And he also had this really nice like 5 o'clock shadow too. That was really sweet, and Argenti loved.
And there you see him again, on all fours, lifting himself up with that toga that he used to wear. It was his traveling toga, rough hewn, but the way that he spun, the way that it was made, he just wore it down. Where it was rough at first, he would always run it between his fingers, softening it in the places. You see his eyes look at yours, the curls kind of falling to the side. Argenti. What? Argenti, what is good? And that's when he realizes that he's next to Lutheria. Oh, go on, say hello. Oh, kind of gets up, shaking. Clearly, you can tell that he has no idea what he's doing, what happened. But then he looks down, sees through his translucent hands, and the realization that he is dead, has been dead, dawns in that quick academic mind of his. Oh, I see. Argenti, my love, what? Are you all... No.
I'm gonna dart my eyes right at Lutheria. Is this a trick? Is this entertainment for you?
A trick? No. I don't deal in dirty little tricks, but entertaining? Delicious.
Am I able to get up now if I try to fight it?
You try to fight it again, and once again, there's just like this green light that binds you in place, and you can feel her just like it's almost like a foot is on your back, pushing you down as she kind of like restrains it. She lets you up an inch and then pushes you back down. If you ask nicely.
Please let me go to him.
See how easy that is. The green light kind of dissipates as you feel yourself released.
I'll stand up and almost falling over myself, like trying to get to him as quickly as possible. I'll run to him and try to embrace him.
You do, and both of your spiritual forms touch and embrace. It is so much. It is the anticipation of the warmth of his skin, of the calluses only at his fingertips where he would turn the pages over and over. The rest of the hand so baby but smooth, but those fingertips. But as you embrace him, there's no familiar sandalwood smell. There's no warmth. There's no feeling the surprisingly, muscular form that he once was. But there's just resistance, a cold, empty lack. But as you hold him and look at him, you see him. You just know from your own research, from your own time spent in the Nether Sea, that souls do not get to enjoy. They do not feel anything. Argentia, how did you die now, my love? You needed to survive. What happened? What is going on?
I told the god no.
What? Why? Which god? What?
It doesn't matter. What matters is we have this moment. I'm so happy to see you again.
So happy to see you too. I remember kind of vaguely now. I remember dying now. I said goodbye to you. We said our goodbyes. We kissed. I knew that you would live so much longer than me, and I'd hoped I would meet you again. Is this it? Are you staying with me forever now? Is this what the afterlife is like? Yes, this is the afterlife that you and Argenti can have. Isn't it, Argenti?
where is her? It's a sword,
A
right?
scythe.
Or it's a scepter, a scythe.
Like you're kind of closer to it than she is right now, I guess, but she's kind of like standing off to the side, like her arms are crossed, kind of enjoying you two like having this heartbreaking moment between you two as the scythe is just kind of like still propped up against the seat, the throne itself.
Okay. I think. Argenti is. I think there's like a little bit. There's like an anger, like a rage that's like starting to spark inside of him, because. Yeah, it's like, Theory is right. Like, this is the afterlife, and Argenti had always promised Matteo that this is not how it would be, and even Argenti was, even though, he had his own experiences with serving, the Theory at one point, he always kind of hoped that the afterlife would be different. Maybe he would be able to join Matteo, and so his like entire life he's been looking forward to death in a really sort of, really sort of like weird way, because he thought he'd be with Matteo. So there's just like a spark of rage that's starting to grow inside of him, and with an inhale, there's like he's starting to just, consume that rage, and he's starting to use it as like an energy sort of inside himself, just like inhaling. But it's not quite like intense yet, but he's feeling it. He's feeling some anger.
You can have this, Argenti. You can have an uninterrupted afterlife with your loved one. You just have to do me a little favor. Just one more between old friends. What do you say, Argenti?
I think you're a liar. I think no matter what I did for you, no matter what I would do for you, you would never, ever give me anything I want. You took everything from me, and what's to say you won't take more?
I am hurt, Argenti. Did I not give you a life to live? Children to raise? Oh, but you screwed that up too, did you know?
Because of you. Don't think I don't know who took them from me.
You think that was me, and not your ineptitude as a parent. Now, mind you, as a child of a distant father myself, I know how your children must have felt when they finally ran away from their home.
And with like another like really sharp inhale, he takes more of that power in himself. It's just it's like spreading like ice, just in the pit of his stomach, and then spreading further in his veins. And like the tips of his fingers are starting to just grow very cold. And it probably, if anyone was there, there would probably be a little bit of a glow also coming off of him too. He's just using like that manifestation, thing from the Nether Sea he's just getting angry. Almost like a barbarian rage, kind of. Yeah. And he's just staring at her. And he's just clenching his fists. They're cracking.
Oh, what is this? Are you going to try your ice magic against me? Oh no.
I'm gonna attempt, if she'll allow it. I'm gonna attempt to get in her face.
You kind of separate yourself. Matteo tries to kind of hold you back for a second. He's like, my love, please. Do you just kind of break away from him? Or do you let him kind of hold you in place?
I'm gonna turn to him and say, I can fix this. And then I'm gonna, like, get out of his hand, and I'm gonna stride up to her. That anger. Another inhale. Just more intense. He's just feeling. It's almost like a cold fire, just a swelling of energy, and he's gonna say, "You hateful bitch," and he's gonna reach for her scythe, and he's gonna grab it if he can.
Okay. You know what? Go ahead. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you Marissa's inspiration. So Estrella's inspiration is yours.
Okay.
Roll me an initiative check with advantage. So if you don't have any bonuses to it, just a straight dexterity modifier check.
Okay.
And roll it. You know what? For funsies, roll it blind for me.
No, I'm scared. Hold on, I just want to make sure. Okay. Private GM roll. Cool.
Does exhaustion still apply when you're dead?
Does it?
That's a fair question.
It doesn't have to. No, just kidding. No, it's your call. Whatever. Okay.
Dead don't sleep.
I'm gonna say no. It does not currently apply.
Okay. And blind GM roll. Here we go. Okay. That's sent your way. I have no fucking idea what it's gonna be. I'm scared. What can I get against a god? What am I kidding?
Lyra's gonna be psyched if you steal her scythe because she's wanted it since the first time she saw it.
So this is what's going to happen. This cold rage, this fire, icy proportions that has been gathering within your spectral form suddenly just swells up. Lutheria goes, "Oh, please!" And just in the middle of it, suddenly it just seems to materialize around you, shooting out. She kind of goes, "You impudent!" And she kind of like guards her face as the ice just breaks against her skin. Doesn't do any damage, but it gives you a split second as you rush over. You grab towards the haft of it, and you feel the power of God. Something like green energy pulses into your spectral form, glowing. You can feel it burning away your very soul as Lutheria kind of swings down the ice. Her eyes go wide. She kind of starts to move towards you. You understand you have but a split second. What do you do?
Yep. I'm going to just take it, and as I'm going to whip it above my head, and as I'm doing that, I'm going to say, "You are nothing without this," and I'm going to smash it as hard as I can on the ground.
Okay. Give me a strength check, please. Somebody else wants to use their DM inspiration, so Clancy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Toss. Return the favor.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to do this blind?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
No, that one. You know what? That one is out in the open. This is not a post roll. This is just to see what you get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So this
yeah,
is a strength
yeah.
check, right?
It's a straight strength check.
Come on.
That's not
Okay.
bad.
That's
Wow.
pretty decent.
You roll
Double
a
AC.
Roll the -1.
Yeah.
So, for a total of 17, you take this weapon of a god, and as you start swinging it down, you see Lutheria starting to kind of point her hand towards you, and Matteo going, "No!" And he tries to just like impose himself between this charging goddess and your soul.
Got chills.
As the scythe comes down, everything seems to slow down for a second. You look towards Matteo, and your grip just tightens, but it's still a distraction as you kind of hit it down. In that moment, you realize that you never had a chance to break this thing, to truly shatter it, but there is still that spark. As you're pouring your literal soul into it, suddenly it just goes down your arm. You feel your very soul start to deplete, burn up, as a tiny fraction, the very tip of the scythe, fractures off.
Okay.
and flies. And suddenly
She dies. Right.
There's a just light pink glow that starts to appear in your chest. And a string that seems to pull you back, pull you towards those bars. Back towards the land of the living. You see that the tiny little splinters fly through the air. Make me an Arcana check, Argenti.
Okay. Question.
Yeah.
Can I use my magical guidance in the Nether Sea?
Sure. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. And
Yes, Damon, I loved magical guidance on my sorcerer.
Is a good ability.
I think almost all of his sorcery points went to either that or
Quicken spell.
Quicken Spell.
yeah. Oh. Oh.
All right.
Okay.
What did you get?
Oh, 16.
With a 16. In that split second, your deep, innate understanding of how magic works, how this scythe works. There's something about the scythe that contains souls. Mateo just stepped out of that scythe. There are probably hundreds, thousands, who knows how many souls are contained in there, but the scythe is not what concerns you. Your vision immediately zeroes down upon that fraction that flies through the air, and you reach out. As you grab it, part of it embeds itself into your hand. The blood suddenly becoming real, your hand starting to materialize back into existence. And I need you to make me a last dexterity check. The DC for this one is going to be just a flat 10. As you try to touch the shoulder of your husband, as a goddess is about to destroy his soul with her bare hands.
Oh no.
Okay.
If I had more, I would give more inspiration.
It's okay. Can I use my magical guidance for this too?
Sure, that's what it's all about. Your inner ice is burning, baby.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
If it's a save, you can't. Magical guidance is just checks.
yeah,
I didn't hear if it was a check
Wait,
or
I
a
thought
save.
It's a check. It's a
You see it
flat
was a check?
DC
Okay.
10 dex
Okay.
check. Mhm.
Ooh, give me
Oh,
anxiety
okay.
there for a
Okay,
second.
then
time.
yes, you
Give me
can
so much
magical
anxiety. I
guidance.
just had a heart
I thought he
palpitation.
said it was a save, and I was like, no, I don't want
No,
to say
sorry.
this.
It was a check. It was a check.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Okay. That was the best time to crit. Thank you, magical guidance. Thank
Natural
you.
20, total of 24.
Yeah, total 24.
You see her reach out, and the green light is glowing in her hands as she is about to tear Mateo apart. But your hand touches first. As it lands in there, suddenly his soul once again is drawn into that green fragment in your hand, and you're yanked back.
Okay.
Daphne, back in the temple.
Yeah.
As the lips of the goddess pull back from the forehead of Argenti, which kind of lays him down, you can see life returning back. But what is interesting, elves as they age, they get very thin, very fine lines. It's insane. Even a 600-700-year-old elf often can look as old as a 30-year-old human. And Argenti looked advanced for an elf, old. But all of the age lines disappear. The hair seems to become ever so fuller again. You can see that he seems to fill out a little bit, and it is almost as if hundreds of years of aging become reversed as he not only returns back to life, but looks like a little godling himself, like a demigod within the hands of this goddess. Argenti, your last vision was that of Lutheria grabbing your husband and trying to destroy his soul. And suddenly you find yourself in the warm, gentle hands of another Titaness looking down upon you. I need you to make me wisdom saving throw.
Holy fuck. Okay.
What's the
Yeah, do
first
that again.
thing Argenti sees?
All right, Argenti, you just like
A 9.
suddenly see her before you, and all you see is emerald eyes staring at you. You don't see the skin, you don't see the hair, you just see the eyes as you put up your hand instinctually against your own will, and the eyes just kind of starts to form. Daphne, what do you do?
We will run to take the hit. I guess she didn't take her shield with her, so yeah.
It's just oiled up Daphne, baby.
Yeah. So bad. Like there's a Jenny, no wait.
It falls down.
Yeah. God.
And Argenti,
Yep.
you go from this
Love it.
from this life terror to naked Daphne.
Just boobies.
Uba in your
Hey.
face.
What's up?
Oh no.
I'm gonna immediately look at the hand that the shard went into.
And indeed, you can see that there's embedded in your palm is that green glow. There's that puncture wound at the bottom of your palm, and the blood is still running down your forearm.
I think like he would take a moment. He would just like an inhale and exhale, slow the heart rate down, and then he would just take the hand that has the shard. He would just place it over his heart, because the last thing he saw before he came here was his husband, right, getting like absorbed, like sucked into it.
Mm-hmm.
So just put it over his heart, and then just take some breaths, just gather himself.
I take it your afterlife was not very enjoyable, was it? Apologies.
I'm sorry.
Introductions.
Um,
You may call
yes.
me the Moon Maiden. What is your name?
Pleased to meet you. Argenti. Argenti di Gladio.
Oh, I like that name. It is pretty.
Thank you.
Come. Are you okay? You seem hurt.
Looking around, other than
Trying to hide yourself now.
Everywhere. It's just you're in the middle of a weird orgy den temple thing. Daphne is naked. There's a naked goddess holding you in her hands. Ayani's going.
Lyra's on a table. It's like Coyote Ugly.
yeah, yes. Just give me a moment.
Of course, take your time.
Sit up. Daphne, did you? Sorry, It's startling to see the first thing you see is one of your good friends to be completely
No,
naked.
it is. It is. It really is.
I'm assuming you had to be naked to bring me back to life.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
part of the ritual.
I couldn't see the Moon Maiden until yeah. So
I just find it so freeing.
we can
All right.
to each
Well.
their own, my lady.
I don't exactly know what to do with myself. I feel, if I'm being completely transparent, I feel rather awkward at the moment.
It's your clothes. Take them off.
Oh, Argenta, you're alive again. Get naked with us.
No
This is
time
what
like
I'm.
the present to really enjoy life.
Clothes are flesh prisons.
I'm sorry, but we, I think we need to. I think we need to go.
Agenti, you should probably thank her. She did give you her blessing in order to return you.
Well, I should
Oh.
know better. As someone who has told the Skyfather to eat dust, you have not known me long. But I like you. Like that fire in you. There seems to be something special about you. Telling him no. Interesting. There is something special about you that I have not seen before. You were something else once before. Will you tell me what you were?
I was, I don't know if I'm ready to talk about it, actually.
Oh, you know what? Take your time. But I have the promise of your friend that you too will go and defeat the monster. For me.
Thylea.
Make me an insight check. Daphne and Argenti at the same time as she says this.
Awkward.
Nat one, here
my
we go.
God.
23. Woo! Oh, that nat one. Daphne, I'm so sorry.
Daphne, you're still so distracted by how naked you are. And after he said that, and maybe it's just the fact that Argenti is fully clothed, even though he's pretty banged up. He's fully clothed, and that just makes you feel even more awkward. Where it's like, okay, I'm naked, but you're not naked. That's not okay. Fuck. Now I'm like even
trying
more
to like
naked than I was before.
position the hands of like, what's that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like wearing your socks when the rest of you is naked. It's like, this feels even more awkward now. And so you're just distracted by that. Argenti, with your 23, you notice this goddess churning her teeth at the mention of Thylea. There's recognition. This goddess has heard that name before. And there's utter hatred. And then she quickly kind of recovers. No. I seek your aid to help defeat the most vile, disgusting creature within the sea. Thylea. Will you do this for me? Will you accept my blessing for this purpose? Can I call you my champion? And bestow upon you the beauty that you very much deserve?
Would I have to rain blood and start wars and fires?
Oh God, no, please just be
The
beautiful.
Skyfather?
Maybe have a little fun. Take off your clothes. That might help.
Take off your clothes.
I will do this.
Yay, he's gonna take off his clothes.
Yeah.
I will do this on, and if I may be so bold, on one condition. That I can give it back when I'm done using it.
Are you sure you'll want to? Most people that have had my blessings never want to let go of them.
Well, I think you should know that I have done some horrific things in my life, and I wouldn't trust myself with the power indefinitely.
Oh,
But
it's quite all right. It's not like I'm turning you into a god or anything. After all, that is Daphne's job.
Daphne, why didn't you take the boon?
She wanted to save you. She resisted my charms. She's quite a keeper. She must care a lot about you to want to do all of this for you.
Well, Daphne is the best of us.
Oh,
You're still naked dancing. Is that what breaks it for Lyra? Like the charm, and then hearing that just
record scratch.
A record scratch. There's not even records
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
That's how I break the charm.
Actually, there's this little pixie that is trying to like move the helmet that Yanni has taken off. Like, everybody looks at that pixie. The pixie lets the helmet go.
All right. Well, I'll get up. Sorry for laying down. I've been through quite an ordeal in the afterlife, and
Yeah.
all right. I suppose we have work to do.
The boon. You do not have to rain blood. You just have to be beautiful. Can you do that? And kill a little monster.
And take off your clothes.
You know what? Yes, we'll make that the condition, just so we can clean you off. Look at you. You're looking terrible. We need to sponge you off. We need to give you a nice treatment, some lotion, and a little bit of oil, and then we'll send you on your way. Have you ever had a face mask? Better, have you ever had a hair mask?
Yes. Yes, of course I have. Absolutely.
Right.
What kinds
do
I would
another
love that.
set tonight. Both of you, I insist.
Thank you.
These two will be taken care of. Don't worry.
There's a joke about facials somewhere in there, but
I'll never tell.
She already had a couple masks. Don't worry about her.
All right. Thank you again, Madam Moon Maiden, Goddess Moon Maiden. I'm afraid I'm not familiar with godly titles, but thank you for
You can call me
everything.
Maiden.
Thank you, Maiden.
Not sure you know what that means.
Ooh.
Well,
Shit, there's so many no. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna not let the intrusive thoughts win.
Look, you're the one that put us in a magically enchanted orgy, David. I don't know what you want from us. I don't know.
Isn't the Greek setting just so fun?
With that, Argenti, she kind of cups her hands around your face. She kind of like just runs her thumbs along your cheekbones, across your shoulders, and you feel kind of like you have always had a bit of that regal-ish posture that has started to kind of slump in your advanced age as an elf, and it seems to kind of, you feel a couple of your vertebrae actually kind of pop back, and you're like, ooh, ah, and you feel your muscles kind of fill out a little bit. You can suddenly feel there's like a tightness across your face, and you realize, no, it's just, it's like the difference between a deflated ball and one that is, in German we would say prall, and it's just, it's that feeling of youth returned. And you feel reinvigorated to a degree of magnificence you have not felt before.
oh, love that for me.
Daphne, he looks like
Blow up.
a young, spry, 150, 200-year-old elf.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. It's like,
Wow.
like a 20-ish equivalent.
Damn.
Once you go Moon Maiden, you never go back.
I mean, honestly, the best
Love
color
this.
so far.
I mean, I love this one. It made me younger. Fantastic. I will say before we do anything like parting with the goddess, I wanted to just go up to her, and I feel like Argenti also doesn't have like he respects a god in the way that like somebody can respect like, you know, a king or like a president or something, but they don't have to like agree with their lifestyle or the whole thing like that. So I don't know what I'm saying here. Anyway, so like in a familiar way, again, like with the same way he approached Lutheria, he'll treat her basically like another person, and he'll and that's probably like has to do with like his proximity to like divinity. Like anyway, he'll like take her hand just very gently, and he will say, and to answer your question about what I used to be, and then he will whisper it to her, and he'll give her the answer.
Perception check.
Actually, I mean, Daphne, do you try to give him a respectful distance? Or do you try to kind of overhear what he's whispering? Chaos Goblin Clancy gets to decide.
Respectful
Come on,
distance,
Clancy.
mainly because he's already pointed out that she's naked. She's like trying to stay far away as possible. This is a nightmare for Daphne.
Her face squints, Argentine. You realize that she doesn't seem to know what that is, then looks at you and seems to look out past you, past the revelry, past the temple to something. And then her eyes go wide a little bit and she nods. Interesting. We are going to have fun. Now off to your spa. I do insist before you go. You need to clean up a bit.
Thank you, maiden.
Thank you, champion.
Now kiss.
Off to the spa. I'm gay. I don't kiss the maidens.
Oh, and Daphne. Should we release those two? I mean, they are having a lot of fun.
I mean, they could continue to have fun and not muddled.
Fine, because it's you. And suddenly, the charm stops on you, Yanni and Lyra.
Oh, put me down, put me down.
Hey, Opa!
Oh, don't touch me there.
Oh. Slowly puts you down. Hierarchies. It was the momentary part of joy. It existed for 45 minutes. Why is it gone now?
It's been so long since I felt true happiness.
Yanni, you go around, you gather your clothes back up, the helmet back up. Nothing was stolen. Scattered, yes, but nothing was stolen as you get everything back. And you see Lyra still dancing naked.
I make a couple laps around the room and pick up all my stuff.
Just on the middle of... Yanni, you catch up and you see that Argenti's very much alive, glowing, really changed.
Hey, man, you look good. Sorry you died, but glad you're back.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Feels good to be alive again.
As we're leaving, Lyra points to like 15 different people simultaneously. Is just like, call me.
What is? I don't understand.
It's slang for like a message spell, like a sending.
Oh.
Wait, is this canon now? Like when you do the sending message, this is like the hand.
Yes, you have to put up the hand telephone when you send a message.
Love it.
All
Does
right.
the spa restore hit points?
So how's restored life, Argenti?
Oh yeah, Argenti is back at max life, yes. And doesn't suffer the normal consequences of resurrection, it seems.
Oh. I feel wonderful. It feels good to be back to life. It feels good to breathe air. Actually, are we still underwater?
Yeah, just a air bubble in the temple.
That is a fair question, though. I didn't ask. When I got my boon, my exhaustion stayed, right? It just healed me.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
So did you get a fancy thing like her crown and my helmet?
Apart from...
I was only half paying attention. They were tossing me around.
No, it's a fair question. You know, apart from... I feel as though I've de-aged quite a bit, but also I feel... Can't quite describe it. I feel more... charismatic?
You look great, honestly.
Yeah, you're kind of glowing.
Thank you. And so the rest of you. Also, nice helmet. I'm assuming that came from... I mean, judging by the insignias on it.
Yeah, it could have been yours.
Godfather. That's all right. I didn't want it.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Yeah.
Kudos
Which
for
also-
sticking to your guns there, whatever that means.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's also actually great to see the rest of you perfectly safe. It seems, at least. Hopefully, no harm came to you based off of my choices.
Not really,
Honestly-
no. Other than I ended up champion of a war god somehow.
Wow.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. I know, right? I wouldn't have taken you for one. I mean, well, we are both a region anyway. I wouldn't really take you to be one to accept any boons from gods. No judging, of course. That's not my intention, but it's been strange. All of our lives are
More about
very odd at the moment.
getting every advantage we can.
Absolutely.
I will say though, in like 10 minutes, I'm probably gonna hit a real hard wall, and then it's all gonna be come down, and that's not gonna be pretty. So we should probably get out of here soon.
Oh,
There's like little nice tinctures that have been set out, cucumbers that have been cut up and kind of laid out for you guys. You see like a bowl that has like this weird, it's like it's a very like extra moisturizing looking lotion in there.
Well,
I wonder if this will keep my fingers from being so pretty.
Lyra, are you still under the effects of whatever's going on here?
I asked.
No.
No? Oh, you're just enjoying yourself. Well, that's good. It's been a weird. How much time has passed? How long have I been dead? Has it been an hour, 2 hours,
6.5
a day?
years.
Six and a half.
We've spent a decade in
It's-
the sunken city.
It's been like, I don't know, my sundial doesn't work down here, but I'm going to say maybe
Like
2
2
hours.
hours? Yeah.
That's actually pretty efficient. I'm impressed, especially for us.
Yeah, we're pretty great.
I would agree. I would agree. Dying gives you new perspective, and I am grateful for all of you.
Lyra's trying to repress the fact that she
Aw,
died
shucks.
a couple days ago. She still hasn't talked about it. She still hasn't really thought about it.
That's right. I forgot that you died. Actually.
Don't know what you're talking about. Never been there.
Well, I don't know. Are we just to stay here? Have we been invited to stay? I know we've been invited to the spa, but are we taking up residence here for a short
Oh,
time?
No, I think we need to talk to the other gods.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
that guy's name again. I'm gonna call him
The Bone Lord?
Bosnaro.
Or Noros?
Bolsonaro?
Balthazar.
I will
I'm
say,
gonna call him Balthazar.
if you guys want to do the spa here, you guys could count that as a short rest.
Oh.
Well, no need, because I'm reinvigorated already.
Do you get anything back on a short rest though?
No. I don't think so. Do I?
Double
No,
check.
I don't. All I can think is my face.
No, sorcery points you don't unless you have one of those blood vials.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, the rest of you guys, do you want to do a short rest or no?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do a short
Warlock
rest.
wants a short
anyway.
rest.
Take a short rest. I mean,
Guys, viewers,
points,
this
but-
is one of those few moments where a DM goes, "Hey, have a short rest," and the players hesitate and wait, and I'm like, "What is happening?
I mean, I could-
is this real?"
You're like, take it.
Did it blind message my short rest? I was like, didn't I hit
Hey,
short rest?
all right, yeah, you guys, while you guys are clicking buttons and stuff like that, you guys have reeds and oceanids kind of pamper you, massage your feet if you're into that, massage your hands if you're into that, give you like back massages, put the snail mucus on you. It's like it's a whole thing, whole treatment thing.
Oh, it's the good snail mucus too, because it's like sea snails. They're like big,
Ugh,
mucusy.
gross, a 10. What am I supposed to do with a 10?
All right.
It's been a while since I've used my fate dice.
I'm just gonna be rolling some hit dice here real quick. 'Cause
After a while,
I hurt.
Scylla definitely came in sniffing what happened, and they were ultimately led towards you as Estrella and Brissa very much can also participate in the shenanigans.
The short rest shenanigans. Sorry. My
some
intrusive
reason-
thoughts are more just random wordplay.
Totally fair.
Sorry,
For
I
some
just
reason-
looked at my character sheet and realized that there's stuff on there that I didn't know until just now. Sorry about that.
Hey, Opa.
For some reason, when you said Brissa, my mind immediately thought of Scylla, and I was like, Scylla's doing a spa with us too? Like, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Scylla could do a
The
spot with you guys,
accessibility.
yeah.
I was like, that's incredibly progressive of the Moon Maiden. Wow, the accessibility for just like large dragons to be able to come in and like
We love
get
that.
hair
Have some
masks.
fun.
Hair
Oh wait, scale
Scale
buffing.
mask.
There we go.
Yeah.
Buff-
Scale
buff the
mask. We'll call them
scales.
scale masks.
There is no hair. She's a dragon.
Alrighty. And I'm going to do some quick rolls for Brissa too. Is there anything else that you guys want to accomplish within the Moon Maiden's temple?
Yeah. Just look for some wraps for my one hand. So I
It
can
is-
cover up the boo boo.
You're getting it. Let me see something. Are you trying to be in a way that nobody else will catch you doing that?
I'll ask for, some wraps and just say like, oh, my hand hurts. Can I just have a wrap? Or I have a scar that I'm embarrassed about or something. I don't know.
I tell you what. For funsies and story reasons, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. Sleight of hand. Boom. 16. I don't know. Oh, disadvantage. I keep thinking it's advantage. Yeah.
Nobody else notices this. You do this perfectly while people are distracted. Daphne violently resisting anyone touching her feet. Lyra violently insisting that two people rub her feet. I don't know. Claws. Trim. Whatever. It's beautiful. It's beautiful lacquer. It's like this nice mauve now. But as you wrap it up, that green glow and that reassuring thought that Matteo rests settled within your palm. What do you think is going through your head as you apply the bandages? What do you think Argenti feels and thinks in that moment when you have that little pause to yourself?
He believes and he feels, even if he's just imagining that he's feeling it, even if it's like not actually happening, he feels very, very close to Matteo, and he is kind of worried, like as he's wrapping it because he's worried that people are going to find out about it, and if people find out about it, then he's going to have to tell them that there's a shard of Lutheria in his hand, and if people find out there's a shard of Lutheria in his hand, then they're going to make him get rid of Matteo. So he doesn't want to get rid of Matteo. Matteo's all he's ever wanted, and he just feels very close to him right now and wants to protect that.
Yeah. And with that, you're sent on your way. The many temple goers wave you goodbye. You do get stares from the Nereid that you offended deeply, Daphne. And you can just read on his face that he is heartbroken that he didn't get to be the champion. That she would bestow it upon you so quickly. Instead, you meaning Argenti. Of course, you get the one nice one, Astrea says on the way out. Well, I'm glad about that at least. Welcome back.
Thank you. And I'll give her a hug.
I'm so glad you're back. You're feeling all right. There's no weirdness. Do you feel some type of way? Is there maybe a curse on you or something? She kind of looks at you, pulls down your eyelid and stuff.
I'll pull back, hold her by the shoulders. If there was anything weird, I would tell you.
Deception.
Yeah, I mean, Jason just rolling like a blind roll. While that is happening, Brissa kind of turns towards the rest of you guys and says, right, so we have that done, right? I mean, that took a while. What are we going next? What are we going next?
I saw Daphne naked.
We
Yeah.
really don't need to talk about
Nice
nope,
abs.
I mean,
we really don't. Can we
Also,
not?
she voluntarily covered herself in oil. It was
It was.
it was very unexpected.
It seemed like the thing to do that everybody was doing. I really don't
Yeah,
want
but
to
I
have this
mean,
conversation
to just
with
pour it
anyone.
out over yourself like that was just crazy.
Yeah, y'all really missed a party for real.
Look, when you're starting out as a gladiator, sometimes we don't have to go further into this actually.
Also, I'm pretty sure she was gonna make out with the Moon Maiden for a second.
Really?
Yeah,
Daphne.
it was getting
Can we
steamy.
please
You're shooting
stop?
for the moon. If you
I'm
catch my drift. Good for you, and I appreciate you putting yourself outside of the box of comfort. You know, for me.
of course, you.
Honestly, we all saw her, and I just gotta say, I would have too. Honestly, same. So I don't blame you for it.
It's all for you, Argenti. It's not. I mean, she is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. She's very beautiful. Anyways, who are we going to next? Who? Brissa?
I think Brissa wants to see the Hunter,
Or-
and you still want to see the Fire King.
Yes, I
And-
do. But now I'm starting to wonder if I even want to meet any more of these gods.
I mean,
And Yanni was gonna go see the Trickster, but now he's got a boon already. So
Mr. goes,
Yeah,
I don't
there's
want
that.
anything. I'm okay. I mean, I might change. I don't know. I just think it's a bad idea. Maybe you guys go first, okay? I'll decide at the end of this. You guys go first.
Well, I mean, Daphne's still all oiled up, so might as well use that to our advantage and get it. to
yeah,
the-
let's go see the Fire
to
King.
the Fire King.
the
Oh wait, or
fall,
maybe
like,
that's a
took care
bad
of
idea.
that.
You're not gonna like catch fire, are you?
It's not combustible oil, is it?
Might. Maybe. I don't.
It was just baby oil.
Oh, good. Good.
Daphne's just gonna like walk away. Doesn't even know where she's going, mind you. But we're just out of this conversation. Gone. Beat red. Just the things I fucking do.
After
You
a
know,
while,
the original members of the Light all went to a bathhouse together like the second day we knew each other. You don't
Yeah,
have
literally
to be embarrassed.
right after we met each other, we were.
I didn't know that. Yelling out from.
I'm just like seeing that in like an animated form. Like
you
you're just
have
walking.
to come
Didn't know
back,
that.
tripod.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yanni,
What?
you have some fans.
Yeah, well, you know.
honestly,
I always knew.
if I
I'm
was
gonna
into
walk away,
shorter
follow
guys,
Daphne.
Yanni.
Careful. We still have to work together.
You're right. Gotta keep it professional.
What about any of this has been professional for you guys? I beg of
Oh,
you
yeah.
to tell me where this line is.
I'm sure Yanni saw a lot of Lyra that he would have rather not have seen. So
Yep. Never knew
Yep.
sirens had a cloaca.
no, not this.
God damn it.
don't canonically give me a cloaca.
And with that, you guys find yourselves back in the water and outside of the Temple of the Moon Maiden. God damn it.
Daphne's already outside ahead of them, just like, nope.
Daphne, where are you swimming towards since you're picking?
I picked a random. I said I picked a random direction, so
Roll me a D100.
Oh, D100. Okay.
You know
I
what,
was just
whatever,
gonna-
25. That
Yeah.
works too. You are headed towards the Temple of the Fire King.
Perfect.
You see that glow of the red and you're like, ah, fuck it. And you start swimming towards it. And the rest of you guys kind of like started to catch up. And Daphne, through the shimmer, you can see that there must be also another bubble at the center of this. It's kind of hard to see because the water itself seems to be incredibly hot around this area. As you guys start to approach, kind of stop and you can see that there's like the water seems to be almost like swirling, like the differential between hot and cold water is creating some kind of a weird effect around this temple.
Well, are we all going together? Is this a
Why
separate? I don't know. If this bores you.
Nah.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Good.
As long as we don't almost die again.
Yes. Yeah. And
Which, like,
We
at
didn't-
first I was afraid of, but then the last one, clearly that didn't happen. I don't think I've ever felt more alive, actually.
Were you? I feel like I was definitely compelled, like magically, but were you or not? I'm not sure, Lyra.
Oh, at first? Yeah.
But you shook it off and kept dancing. Is that what you're saying?
No, I felt it go away, but then I was like, why not? So, like, that last half hour, that was all me.
glad to hear that. That you were of your own senses. Hopefully, that won't happen with this god.
You never know.
You never know.
He's the Fire King. Could be
What do you mean?
pretty hot.
Just like that deep sigh, and it's just gonna start walking it. Just.
Alrighty. You swim towards the edge, and indeed, you can feel the water is extremely, like, starting to get very warm, like boiling temperature. And as you swim forward, Yanni, you're the first one to notice. Carved crudely, but in large letters, is "keep out." Carved just directly into the structures, into the stone. Keep out. Written as almost with the hand of a titan.
Well, Brissa, let's do your.
I mean, I can also do this one and you do the hunter. Either way.
No. Like, I suppose they should do this. Right. If I had a giant sign that said "keep out," and felt like secluding myself in my forge, and then somebody decided to ignore that, what would soften the blow?
This sounds like it's all probably happened to you. So
It wasn't a giant sign.
Do we have any medals? Anything we can bring as an offering? Anything rare, like a rare ore of some kind?
Gosh, if I had thought of it, if I had known, I would have brought some mithril ore, but I don't actually just carry that around on me.
no.
No, surprisingly.
Well, what are our rings made out of?
Okay, we can't give up the rings.
Yeah, we can't give those away.
Absolutely not.
Oh, we can't. All right.
Those are keeping us safe from.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Do we have a party inventory? I forget how everything works all of a sudden.
you get to party for 1 hour. You guys
It
don't
changes,
actually
man.
this one.
Yeah, we
I
do.
thought we did at one
Oh,
point.
you have a party loot.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's just nothing in it.
Yeah.
Nope.
We have a loom shuttle. What the frick is that?
No, you don't have a loom shuttle.
It says we do. I don't know. What is it? Is it?
That's mine.
Oh, I see.
Fancy thing.
It's a fancy.
We have a loom shuttle.
David,
Hi.
would... Oh, no. I'm looking at my inventory and I'm like, she has a couple weapons. Maybe... Nope. Put all the weapons away.
I used to have a dagger. Oh, that was so long ago.
Make me
good
a
old days.
retroactive persuasion check, Daphne, if you
Oh,
would.
God. Okay. A whole 7. Man, I'm having such good rolls too in there. Oh well. Well, with that going out the door, I suppose.
I mean, I've got this bag of ball bearings. I remember reading something about being able to make canister Damascus with it.
Make what?
Use it?
What
I'm
is
sorry.
that?
I actually kind of like blacksmithing. I watch videos and stuff. Like canister Damascus, where you like put like metal and metal powder in a can and heat it up and then press it into one big billet. Do you not do that in your forge?
Daphne did this all the
No.
time in her forge. She knew exactly what Yanni was talking about.
Doesn't sound like a need to with a proper forge, but
I mean,
Sure.
it makes the blades more decorative with the wavy patterns and stuff.
oh, you're talking about that part. I know little bits from Ben being a nerd and wanting to set up a forge in our house.
Wow.
I love that. I love that for your life.
Just go watch all 8 seasons of Forged in Fire.
Oh,
Oh,
so good.
Done
course.
already. I heard it. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait. You've
It's just
seen
him.
all that and you don't know what canister Damascus is?
I don't remember the band names I like.
That's fair.
When I have kids, I'm gonna forget the
Canister
names, like-
Damascus before anyone else did.
Yeah, like hardly know names.
Wow, Yanni's a hipster.
You know, it's
Damn.
possible that Daphne isn't familiar with that because, Daphne makes weapons that are meant to slay and create power,
Legendary.
but
It's-
not pretty things.
It's
Could be it.
I didn't make beautiful things.
Wow.
Thank you.
Well, they are. Well,
Um,
they are beautiful, yes, of course, but the power is what's more important.
And she brought you back to life literally like 10 minutes ago.
I dabble
That-
in jewelry on the side.
that-
It's
that-
just a
that
little bit
wasn't-
more delicate, and you can't use the massive hammer for that procedure. Anyways,
Exactly.
we're getting off track. Well,
I don't
surely
have
he's taken
anything.
apprentices. Ugh, can't speak awesome. I imagine normally they would provide any of their formal work, which is something I could do if I had access to my weapon.
Do you
Because,
remember any? What do they call them? They call them schematics, right? Are they schematics? When you were like,
yeah.
do you have any memory of any schematics that maybe you could have an exchange of knowledge? Although, I mean, what does a god of the forge not really know? But maybe there's something that's original, something you've created on your own in your time in the last 3 years.
I could share how I made the helm.
Or Brissa's spear, right? You made that, didn't you?
I did. Though getting his hands on that particular, for lack of a better word, ingredient will be, difficult. However... Oh.
We could go back to the Moon Maiden's
Sorry,
temple
no,
and
no.
see if there's anything there.
Scylla. Not Brissa's Scylla. The monstrous beast. Depending on whether it is a kraken, a giant fish. I mean, I imagine it has some rather nasty teeth on it. That could be very impressive, and I mean, with a beast of that size, scales, if it has any, are going to be, well, they could be very wonderful shields. Perhaps make it.
Remind me, David,
Mhm.
when Estrella and I saw the past,
Yes.
did we actually see Scylla, or did we just see Scylla's appendages?
You saw Thylea appendages. I think that would be the best way to put it. You guys were fairly far removed to get a full view of what was happening.
Okay, so we just saw tentacle monster, but we didn't actually
It was
see.
like serpentine, but you don't know if that was like scaly or not. Might be.
Gotcha. Okay.
Either way.
Yeah. I mean, so far I think every god has asked us to kill Scylla, so maybe there's something he wants from her.
Maybe venom.
Promise to give promise to give proper components, or hash out ideas for what to do with the pieces. Yeah.
Maybe he wants us to bleed her dry so he can take her blood and all of the iron out of it and make a weapon out of it.
You know, some people have asked me about that. You do realize how difficult that actually is to do.
Right, it's probably a lot of blood, but she's a big monster, right?
Yes,
So
but the process in order to... I mean, at that point... I mean, it would be cool, but...
I mean, I'm just impressed to know now that there's an ore in our blood. I never knew. It's interesting.
Well, shit. There goes
That's
that.
why it's red. It's basically just rusted iron. Yep.
Makes
Oh.
sense. Yep.
Interesting.
Obviously.
duh, everyone knew that.
Yeah.
I saw it on my Netflix tablets.
Oh,
On Netflix
gosh.
and chilled with the Moon Maiden. We learned so much that night.
Oh, no.
We watched this new show called Forged in Promethean Fire.
Nice.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you could offer that because we don't have anything.
Well, who knows? Perhaps a god will be able to wave his hand and bend the rules a little just to show a weapon. But if it's anything like if he's anything like any of the other gods, they've obviously been watching and know our predicament anyways, and why I don't have any weapons on me. I think I'm stalling at this point, so...
Maybe he just wants a friend, and the
Yeah.
reason he has a keep out sign is deep down he's truly lonely and he feels unwanted.
You know, you probably wouldn't want to show him that hammer anyway because he might want it.
That's also what I'm thinking.
True.
Alright. Well, time to get boiled alive.
You've got-
Do
Okay,
either
have
of
fun.
you
We'll
guys
see you
have
when you get
anything
back.
that you guys want to do before Daphne swims in there?
Wish her luck, obviously, didn't you?
Do we have a don't get boiled alive scroll?
I would... Oh, gods.
I don't have protection from elements.
I have
Estrella might.
protection from energy.
Oh yeah, that one. That's what I'm thinking.
That does the
They've
thing.
changed the name of it like every edition since forever.
So I'll probably cast that, but that's gonna get interesting.
All right, go ahead and cast it. Target yourself.
Alright.
Select which energy
Oop.
you want.
Thunder now.
Thunder.
I think fire's gonna be the choice.
Alrighty.
Oh, there is. Haha.
Ta-da! Alrighty, as you apply the fire protection to your body, that golden glow kind of turns to red, and you start swimming. And indeed, it starts to feel kind of like Florida right now. 100+ degrees in the water. As you you push a little bit deeper, and that is when it starts reaching a point that is just absolutely intolerable. You are wearing metal, right? Your breastplate?
Yep.
Okay.
Didn't think to take that off.
Go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, please.
All right. Holding control, so hopefully it will work.
Nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Dang.
Even with disadvantage, 25.
Nice. As you swim through, you have done triathlons before, and as you're kind of just pushing through the swimming portion, the water is indeed boiling around you, but the combination of your protection and your agility is just combining into something that just the mental discipline. I do need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, not with disadvantage. This is to maintain concentration on the protection from energy, as you take just a singular point of fire damage after resistances are applied, and you maintain concentration on that easily as you keep pushing in. The water goes from extremely hot to boiling. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage again. Amazing. For a total of
21.
You push through again as the water gets hotter and hotter. This time you would have taken 17 points of fire damage, which is reduced down to 8 points. Go ahead and make me another Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on your protection from energy.
Hey.
Nat 20.
Yes. As you just like, you just scream into the water. You guys see, it's almost like Daphne's just kind of disappearing in this kind of like wavy water now. She's kind of being carried off in the stream that is carrying her around in a circle around this central temple thing. She pushes deeper and deeper. Make me a last Constitution saving throw with disadvantage, as now it feels like you're in the middle of a fireball.
Well, the high streaks had to end. That's going to be 16.
Okay. A 16 is sadly not going to be enough, as you
Okay.
would have taken 36 points, reduced down to 18 points of fire damage. Make me a last Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on your protection from energy.
And a 30.
Nice. As finally you drop down, you see your breastplate is still kind of glowing from being superheated. You look down at your boiled skin and just, as you kind of drop down there, it's like there's not even really water on you. It's just like superheated steam coming off of you. And at the center of just a flat plateau of a central kind of dais where there is a supermassive adamantine anvil. An adamantine hammer strikes down, and you can see before it hits, suddenly it becomes superheated at the flat end that hits the blade itself, as this god is just heating the metal as he needs it in order to forge this blade. And as you appear, you see the 6-armed, dark-skinned Geigen. Long black hair flowing down his back. You see a long, unkempt, dark, bushy beard that kind of just fans out in all directions. And he's about to make another strike. You see that 4 of his arms have the hammers, and it's like doing like 4 hits, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other, and stops. Looks with its cyclopean eye towards you.
I said, get out!
And one of the arms, with the hammer, hits the side of the unfinished blade as this metal projectile comes sailing straight for you. And that is where we're going to leave it for this week's session. For those of you that tuned in during the raid, thank you guys so much. It is so fun to do this in front of people, especially when you have crazy-ass ideas like Jason did. Whew! That said, follow.
Wild.
We stream every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, so that is about 6 p.m. Pacific time. If you guys want to see what happens next week on this crazy adventure, and if Daphne's going to survive adamantine spike to the face, find out with us.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
She'll be fine. But as you guys are following and stuff like that, we're going to be rating someone else, so definitely hang around for that. But debrief, what did you guys think about the session while I look for another stream?
I had a great time.
That's like orgy thing party.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Moon Maiden is the best so far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Moon Maiden,
yeah,
best
yeah.
goddess.
Yeah. I gotta
Wait.
say.
If we end up having to kill them, maybe we keep her alive.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill any of them.
Neither do I. I'm just saying, if we do.
Kill them all.
Bloodthirsty.
Or maybe we'll
Secretly,
save-
she's the only real goddess, and she's the one that has the Promethean fire.
I mean, who knows what that failed inside of mine.
Oh, no.
Anything's up in the air.
True.
Alrighty, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and hit that follow just so that you guys get the update next Tuesday. We'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Bye.